Okay. Oh. There we go. Okay. So, welcome back to Valgast. We are doing Door of Eternities. Think this is session 14. Hold on. I know this. Session 14 right now. We are going to have Baptized in Blood starting soon. It's 0.5 is happening in May. Once we have the 0.5, there's going to be... we're to make sure the schedule still works for them, and then the next slot on the schedule there will be the session 1. So we may even be starting Baptized in Blood in May. So sorry about the delay for all that, but we're getting there. You know, things have shifted, things have changed a little bit for me from a development standpoint. What works and what doesn't, and so some things need to be discussed a little bit with that group, but otherwise we're moving forward. Because what they agreed to initially is going to be slightly different than what needs to be the cadence of that game. Sometimes I do an experimental game, much like this one, Door of Eternity, where things are out of the ordinary. It's not the way that I normally run a game, so I don't normally run a mega dungeon. But when I do experimental campaigns like this, I learn a lot about myself, about what kind of dungeon master I am, what works for my players, what doesn't work for my players. So, these are useful, and Baptized in Blood was going to be very experimental in a way as well, but some of that's going to be changing because of lessons learned in this game, and Blaze of Cruelty, and in the Heart of Rage, so have to adjust, and I gotta inform them of that. So that'll be happening in 0.5, as well as finalizing characters, and then we should have game start 2 weeks after that or so. So that's pretty much it for announcements. Otherwise, it's going to be business as usual here. So we do have a new attendance policy in play, which means because of an absence that's going to happen, one of my players has a thing for the same date that Kingdom of Darkness is. We will not be playing Session 3 on the 23rd of April. We will be playing Session 3 on the 7th of May. So there was going to be probably another Door of Eternity session after this one, before the next Kingdom of Darkness game. I know you're excited for a boss fight, but gonna have to wait. So, kind of want everybody in my sessions, and that's kind of how we're gonna go do this from now on. Is we're gonna wait until everybody's available, and if there's a delay for too long, we'll scrap the campaign and move on. So. That's pretty much it, I think, for sure. Okay, let me go ahead and move back to the group here. Okay, how's everybody doing? We all good?
Yep.
Yep. Might need to turn you up, Lee.
Test.
Yeah, it's a lot better. Okay. So, yeah, I got you guys up all the way, so... Let's see, here, he's at 100. This guy's 80. You're at 100. Okay. Alright, we're gonna do real quick introductions just to make sure volume levels are good and all that kind of stuff. All that happy horse shit, so... let's go ahead and start with Chef.
Yeah, I'm Chef. I play Rotak. He's a lizard. He's doing his best.
Great. Okay. Let's go to Brian.
I'm Brian. I play the Great Panjandrum, Evoker Extraordinaire. He is a lizard and a wizard.
Is he doing his best?
Always.
Okay.
except possibly for the thing where he and Nizak nearly killed everybody.
That might have been his worst. Okay.
In my defense, Nizak told me to.
Okay. Go ahead, Lee.
I'm Lee. I'm playing Joriel, who is probably doing his best as he has just figured out what his purpose is.
Mm-hmm. Let's do Kiva.
Hi, I'm Kiva. I'm playing Morrigan, the Kakanite Judah Stars. I'm quite miffed because all my fur is in
Singed?
cinders.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have Livesey.
I'm Lucy, I play Nizak, and I'm doing my worst.
In the background, you might hear Delido and or Dean and or Odie. They're my dogs. If you hear them in the background, just use the barking dog emote in chat to shame them. They read the chat log after every session, and every time they see the barking dog, they feel shame. So be sure to shame them. Last we left,
How are they doing their best?
they are not decidedly doing their best. So yeah, there's all that. So I told the group in the announcements that the 0.5 for Baptized in Blood is happening in May. It's on the same day as your next session, so that's on the 3rd. There's going to be a little bit of breakup between that and that 0.5 and this session. I think it's going to be like, maybe it's going to be like a total of like 4 or 5 hours in difference. So shouldn't be that big of a problem from getting to one to the next. Should be enough time between the two. This is especially for you, Kiva, because you're in Baptized in Blood. So there's a little bit of a padding built into the schedule for that for you. I think that's it. I think we're going to go ahead and get started. Last we left off, you guys were in the courtyard area. You had solved the 4 traps that had led you into the courtyard itself. You noped out of an area that seemed very scary. That was to the left. If there was a big light that was moving around, and that was very scary. And in the right side, there were a bunch of trees, and there was a fountain. And you guys watered some plants. And then you found a secret door that led into a place that had a bunch of skeletons in a room playing cards. They were all kind of sitting around the table there playing cards with each other. And then a conversation ensued between Rotak and the skeletons. A few hands were played. And then Joriel started a fight with them.
Well, yeah, we're gonna find out what CR they are.
I want some money.
Yeah, you won a few. You won some silver
Okay, why are we fighting them?
because Joriel started a fight.
Why?
Because they don't understand that they're dead and that they need to rest now.
It's bedtime. So here we are.
He's killing my new friends.
You take friendship damage for that road.
They're overtired.
Roll initiative if you haven't already. But yes, Rotak, you suffer 3,000 points of friendship damage.
Oh, I only have 3,001.
You have that much?
In friendship points?
Wow.
Okay. Let's see, who are we missing from initiative? We're missing Pange and we're missing Morgan.
No, you're not.
Great. Now just missing Pange. There we go. Okay. Oh my god. The Lizard Wizard goes first. Okay, hold on. Go ahead and begin combat. Let's see here. Let me make sure. Hold on. How big of a delay is that going on up there? Oh, you know what I forgot to do? There we go.
Unpause the game.
Yep, I forgot to unpause the game. Go ahead and take your turn, Panch.
Let's see. First of all, I screamed for several moments because I appear to have just come out of a fugue state where I don't remember anything that's happened the last hour or so.
Okay, that's your free action.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I cannot zoom in on this. I
Uh,
cannot zoom in on this shit. So, oh wait, there we go.
Yeah, you could also use the page
I
up and
was
page
moving my fingers in the wrong direction.
page up and page down. Also,
I am
works.
just gonna. The Great Panjandrum's having a rough day.
Mm-hmm.
I am just gonna pop a fireball right in the center of the skeleton, shaping it all around all my friends.
Oh, lovely. Okay. Let's see. Go ahead and show me what that looks like.
The Great Panjandrum is not a happy pie. Fireball.
Oh, you can even get
Yes.
PTSD flashbacks.
Poor Morgan's just gone back to the hallway before. He's just...
The Great Panjandrum totally knows what he's doing this time.
You better.
Okay.
There's no barrels.
DC 16 dexterity saving throw.
Okay, let's go ahead and place that template. So you're gonna shape it around. You're just gonna throw it in the center of that room and shape it around your friends. If you put it here,
Yeah, that's correct.
where my circle is, if you put it there, you hit all 5 targets.
That sounds excellent.
Okay. So save. Go ahead and roll damage with your button there.
Let's see. Damage. There we go. Roll.
But also, to be clear for the people who weren't here last week, I did not start the fight. I was simply telling them things they didn't want to hear, and they decided to attack us.
I mean, I tried to calm things down, and you just kind of kept going with it. Let's.
That's
They need to understand that 1, they're dead, and 2, just because I'm an elf doesn't mean you can kill me.
Okay, so the exhausted skeleton warrior succeeds. The trusting skeleton warrior also succeeds. And then we apply, and you have killed 3 out of 5 of them in the first move.
and now they're resting.
Boom!
I'm gonna like brush my hands off and glare at them.
The room is
And
now
that's
on
it for me.
fire. All of the furniture.
My job here is done.
Yeah. All of the furniture is now on fire. Let's see here. Can we do a circle for the table? Yeah, we can. There we go. I'll just do this one. Flames. Flames. This table is also on fire. Like, just these 4 blocks are on fire here. Okay. That's all the flammable shit that got hit. So, we're gonna go ahead and delete that. Yeah. So that's the end of your turn, right, Panch? Just heat, flames, raking through,
Yep, that's it for me.
turning 3 out of 5 skeletons into just dust, melting their armor and weapons, rusted as it was, into slag. Rotak and Joriel, you are unharmed by the explosion, though maybe a little warmer than you were before.
Incredible.
And if that was in your abilities all along, why not before? This skeleton is more offended by Joriel than by you, Rotak. You guys were friends. So he's going to take a swing at Joriel. Hits. He shanks you for 6 points of damage. And that is his turn. Rotak, your turn.
I use get down, sir.
Okay, you're going to use Get Down, sir. This is a wonderful house rule I've written that doesn't get used very often. So,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Get Down, sir, is a reaction. If your character is next to another character who is about to take damage, you can use Get Down, sir, as a reaction and swap places with them. Your character becomes the target of the attack instead and can do nothing additional to mitigate it. Your character and the target of the reaction are both knocked prone by this. The attack executes before your character is prone. So, Rotak, does a 16 hit you?
It does.
Okay, so you would take the 6 damage instead. You guys switch places, and you're both prone.
I saved the squishy man from the 6 points of damage. Also, I got to use the special thing.
That was your reaction on the skeleton's turn. It is now your actual turn.
Seeing as... Hold on, let me check something real quick about 5e rules.
You can ask.
Trying to remember the rules on prone exactly, all of what it does. I can read it faster than someone could probably tell me. Alright.
Your move to stand up.
Yeah, I was just checking the attack rules and all that stuff. I wanted to make sure it does, in fact, give disadvantage, because that would suck.
Yep. If you're melee attacking from prone, you do have disadvantage.
Yeah, so Rotak's going to stand up using half his move and not be prone.
Okay.
And seeing as they switch sides, Joriel can probably handle the one that was about to hit him. Rotak's going to swing at this other guy.
Sure. Using
my regular rapier, because my enchanted one is with spider guy whose name at the moment I for some reason have forgotten.
Belkorog.
Yes, Tekarov.
A 10 misses.
Unfortunate. We'll go with that's my turn.
Okay. Nizak, it is now your turn.
Alrighty then. So, been a little bit. 15. Okay, so we're gonna move. We're just gonna bump past Joriel here.
Mhm.
And we're going to take a swing at one of Rotak's friends, not almost friends. I don't know.
Yeah. These were the 4 skeletons sitting around the table playing cards.
Yes. I take it this one's still alive because he doesn't have the
Yep.
death marker on him.
Yes, he's still alive because he doesn't have the skull on him. Oh.
Yeah, excellent. What attack? Do we have any advantages on this because he's?
No. He's
Okay.
standing and he's not flanked technically.
Okay, cool. Alright, then. Show me potato salad.
That's good. That hits him.
Alright. Big old bonk.
Big ol' bonk. He takes 22 points of damage, but he only had 1 hit point left, and he's destroyed. You walk up to this guy, stepping over Joriel, and with your crushing maw, just send him scattering across the back wall there. The bones make...
And I'll...
Go ahead.
Noticing Joriel on the floor, I'll end my turn.
Okay. The bones make hollow sounds against the wall back there. Okay. Lily screams, "Why do you always have to blow something up?" And just goes back here, away from the door. And that is her move. Joriel, is now your turn. You find yourself on the floor after Rotak had moved you.
I shall stand up. Well, I suppose the fact that I did a channel divinity didn't actually resolve, so I'll just do a cantrip instead.
Oh, I either didn't remember or
That was
didn't...
what started this fight.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
Was it turn undead?
Yeah, but it's okay. I'll just have him.
We can refund it. That's fine. Yeah. Toll's a dead. Wisdom save on this guy. His wisdom is shit. He fails. Go ahead and roll damage. He's
Lovely.
already taken damage, so you get the D12.
Why does it roll them together? You can't separate them out.
I'll fix that at some point. Why?
It's 9 for the D12s.
You're 5th level, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. -9. He's dead. You have successfully defeated the skeletons. They are all dead. Morgan, you didn't even need to fight them.
I am so
I
happy.
call after Lily. The Great Panjandrum does not understand the question.
I'm gonna start putting out the fires.
Okay.
I'm gonna work on putting out the fires.
Okay.
How are you doing that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if there's no water, I have Ray of Frost. I don't know how it's gonna work.
That'll blast some stuff. It'll deprive it of heat. It'll damage or destroy furniture that is on fire, though.
Yeah, that's true. This is concussive force, right? So great.
Yeah, it hits things fairly hard with the frost. So.
Can I like gently? It's like a misty breeze of frost. Just gently cast a spell. I'm pulling your chain.
I don't think you can gently launch a missile at something.
It's frost, but okay.
Rotak gets the hell out of the room.
It's hot in there.
Yeah, I would be surprised. Pange, put this out.
Are any of these small enough to be snuffed with prestidigitation?
No, this is a 10-foot circle fire. This is a 20-foot cube of fire. Well, it's a 10-foot cube of fire. This is.
So you're saying maybe?
I'm saying with enough.
Is there like a giant cloth I can like pan?
This room is mostly made of fuel, right? There's fire. There's firewood over there. There's.
Oh boy.
What is this?
Could I?
Oriole will cast
if I were to
create water to douse the flames.
Cast what?
Create water.
Okay, yeah, that'll do it. There's a lot of discussion about how are we going to get rid of all this fire now.
2 different spells I could try. It really just depended on whether CJ allowed it.
Well, the fire's out now. Now the floor's wet and there's water everywhere.
Joriel will start saying a prayer for the dead.
Another job well done.
Oh boy.
So
wonder how many more of them they have here. Are they being kept? Are they a byproduct of this place? They don't seem aware that they're dead or aware of their position in this house.
From in the hallway, Rotek's like, well, it's a barracks. There's probably gonna be more.
Well, if it pleases the group, I'll hang back. Seeing as they're driven to madness by the shape of my ears.
I think it had something to do with what you said. He calls from the hallway again.
Telling them the truth that they're dead?
There was some other stuff you said in there.
I mentioned that I'd met Darjustia, which I have. Those were the two things we talked about.
I'm gonna have to go look at the last stream to see what you said to provoke them.
It was that I had met Darjustia, which they did not believe, and that I was an elf.
But did you necessarily need to tell them? It was like, was necessity the point?
Well, I am coming to understand what my purpose is in this, and it would seem that Azeroth wants me to mediate or guard the sanctity of life and death in some small way. And so the very least these skeletons can do is understand that they are violating such natural order.
But is it required for them to rest properly? I don't know. I don't know what the process is. So if this is something that you've come to of your own consciousness, then I want to just tell you that's fine. But what transpires because you felt the need to, right?
Well,
Maybe
no, if they hadn't
was often
attacked me, I
constrained.
wouldn't have tried to destroy them. I would
But
have worked
constraint.
towards trying to understand why they were the way they are, what happened to them, if there was anything preventing them from being at rest. But no, they did start with violence. But if you want to avoid further entanglements, like I said, I'm willing to hang back and let the others handle talking to the rest of the soldiers here.
I don't necessarily believe that is the better option. Just as much of a voice in this group as everyone else.
Honestly, I don't even know what part of this. I don't even know if this is part of the puzzle.
Maybe.
Well, we might as well see what we can find.
All right.
Open the next door.
That
Maybe
should
close
be
this door
Nizak.
first.
Nizak on the front.
he had to get up for a moment, but if he's back, you can go ahead and move. If not,
He's the literal plate of armor. You should be in front.
if not, someone else will have to take the first step.
Not I. I've learned my lesson. Not I.
What were you trying to say, Brian? I think you kept piping, but
No, I had my mute on.
Okay.
More doors.
Oh no.
Rotek just points between them. Which one?
I go left first, always, unless I choose right.
Ugh.
Given that we have dealt with the hallways of traps and who knows what, Rotak is going to investigate to see if they're any different or if there's any traps he can find.
Okay.
I think I'm normal for this. Yeah.
A 19. Neither door appears to be trapped. By the way, guys do have a +3 in the wings. If you need to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know. Left it is.
Just to note, if Nizak is, regardless of Nizak staying in the room or not, Doriel is having this door be closed before any of the other doors open.
Sure. A room full of crates. Some of them opened already and empty.
All of them are empty, or just the ones that are open?
Some of them are open and empty. So the ones that are
Can
open.
I try to open one of the ones that's not?
Or, yeah.
What do I need to do for that?
So, you have claws. I don't suppose you have a crowbar, so you're going to have to use your hands. They're hammered shut with nails, so you'll need to use a strength check to open one.
Is it dark in this stupid room?
No, it is not.
Oh.
You're just kind
I
of
can't seem to see any.
you're just kind of stuck in a spot. There you go.
Oh, okay.
The grid is slightly off in this.
I'm noticing that.
Yeah, this one was also a sizing issue, but I managed to save the damn thing. So the lines of the grid are very slightly off with the rest of the actual structure. So, as Livesey struggles with the door, that is my fault.
Doors are hard.
Doors are hard.
Literally and figuratively.
Yes.
Yeah. So strength check. Oh, you got it. Okay, 19. You pop one of these crates open. Lots of wood cracking sounds as you do so. It's like, just imagine you're playing checkers with the floor. And
I figured it out as he said it.
and the the crate is opened, Rotak, and there is nothing inside. Just some straw at the bottom.
Unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Empty boxes. Next door.
This room appears to be an armory.
What's the statue?
You can make a history check if you'd like.
All right.
You're like, why?
Well, is it something that would be after Rotak's existence?
Yes. So your
Then it wouldn't matter. I can't make a check on it.
right. Your DC is impossibly high.
I'll do a perception check on what I see.
Sure. Perception check.
Hey, why have I rolled 3 19s in a row?
Because you're lucky. But you rolled what you did was a 13, a 17, and a 14.
No, I know, but the end result is 13 or 19 3 times.
Yeah, well. So this is a man who's clad in some kind of armor, kind of like the armor the skeletons had, but a little bit better, it looks like, or better shape. Wielding modern weapons, swords, shield. Doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary. It's made of stone. Just a typical limestone.
Rotek's just gonna look at it for a while for future art purposes.
Unless you study it for your artistic purposes.
Well, if it's after you, it's after me, so. Who's the youngest among us?
Probably Panch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, definitely in terms of strict
Panjandra.
years.
How much do you know about statues?
They don't move very much.
Except the
Which
ones
we
we fought.
Yeah,
Except when
except
they
for the
do.
ones we fought.
Would you be able to recognize a statue of someone if you saw it?
Maybe.
Come in here.
Yeah, I'll just move you in there. These walls are
Thank
these
you.
walls are made of sock.
The doors are my enemies.
Yeah.
I think your enemy is an explosive barrel.
You gotta move
That
through
too.
them
Doors and
sideways.
barrel.
You gotta use shift.
And my tail gets caught. Alright, so I go on in there.
Okay, you come in. There's a statue of a guy. Looks like a soldier. To you, you've seen a lot of these when you were, right after you were made in Helcorth. That city is just crawling with military architecture and, monuments and that sort of thing.
The Great Panjandrum saw statues like this in Helcorth.
So, more Corinthian architecture. Is it of someone specific?
What would that be, CJ?
History check, yeah.
History. I'm actually good at history. Oh, yeah.
This is a statue of Shar Passacor.
Oh shit.
I nod and say, yes, yes. The Great Panjandrum recognizes him.
What is it?
His name is Shar Passacor.
Not well. It is valuable to know. Is there?
You
A
can
reason he'd
recognize
be in
him from. You can recognize him from the glary look.
The reason he'd be in a storage room or an armory?
I will have to ask the DM if I know that. I would assume he's just being stored, but
Yeah, it just looks like he's being stored. There's like,
yeah,
he's not in display. This particular person, Shar Passacor, is a high-ranking official in the Corinthian military in the 1050s. He is a member of the Templar Order, Black Templar. He is a leader of them, as far as you remember, with your 23. Kind of a badass demon hunter kind of guy. Someone that someone would look up to,
And he's, I assume he's dead before my time.
No, he's alive when you were alive.
Oh, he's still alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you were made in the late 1040s.
Ah, okay.
Sorry, you were
Oh,
made.
yeah, he's a big deal.
Nothing.
Oh, yes, the Great Panjandrum was made. Big old tank. Big tank. Great Panjandrum swimming around in it.
I'd like to know more about that.
Well, the army decided they needed powerful weapons to fight things. So they created the daglings, like the Great Panjandrum. The Great Panjandrum was decanted, and they would decant the daglings and say things like, you are going to be this, and you are going to be that. And when the Great Panjandrum was decanted, they said, you are insufficient to needs. And they made a note on a list. But then Master Oric came along and checked out the Great Panjandrum and taught the Great Panjandrum magic and how to speak and read and all sorts of things. Like drinking songs and playing dice.
And throwing fireballs eventually, I suppose?
Yes. Actually, the Great Panjandrum remembers when Master Oric said to the Great Panjandrum, the Great Panjandrum, when people play stupid games, they win stupid prizes.
Yeah.
We won some prizes today.
Very, very, very wise man.
So, humans are to you like power is to me?
The Great Panjandrum doesn't understand the question.
Like elves, we were made by power. You were made by humans. How do you feel about that?
Well,
I'm gonna delete these doors.
warm rocks are nice. And cold beer. And drinking songs and playing dice are pretty great.
I suppose you do get to interact with your creator much more than we do.
My creator died in a battle 2 years ago. The tent they were in got hit by a artillery fireball. That's okay, he was a jerk anyway. Master Oric and Sandpiper, the Great Panjandrum, misses.
Perfectly reasonable.
He looks a little sniffly.
Oh. I'm still mad at you, but that's terrible.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I don't think anyone's ever talked to power.
Right.
You don't even know if they're a jerk.
Master Oric once said, the Great Panjandrum, you should always speak truth to power, but you may want to be ready to run.
You know, I don't even know how we would know if power could hear us.
Wouldn't that be
If it
cute?
responded.
That's cute.
The closest we've gotten to any response from anything of that magnitude is, at least in my experience, has been that he'll hold up the mirror shard. This.
Mirrors don't talk. Rotex
Well-
was like, mirrors don't talk.
No, I meant the fact that, well, magic granted by Azeroth is a form of communication, more or less.
Ah, it's like those ghosts.
Yeah.
They teach you things too?
What? No, I thought you were talking about the spectral elves that were telling us about regarding Azeroth's throne.
Oh no, the ghosts. The ones that teach me things every night.
What? Can you can speak to the dead too?
Yes, I speak to one ghost often every night, and it changes and it teaches me what I need.
Interesting. Well, I don't think there's any great metaphysical, philosophical lesson to be, or puzzle to be solved from staring at this statue, so I suppose we should move on.
Then off we go.
Before we leave, the Great Panjandrum is going to climb the statue and draw a mustache on it.
Okay. You do so. You feel smug.
Out of character, I think Shar would appreciate that. Before suplexing you.
All right. You draw a villainous mustache on the statue of Shar Pascor. Anyone want to do anything else before you guys move along?
Royals trying not to open any doors themselves.
All the doors are fairly tempting. I'm going to move Pange out of the room. There we go. Oh.
Five doors.
Yes, there's the one in front of you, 2 down the hall to the left, and 2 down the hall to the right. The one in front of you is large and ornate. If this were some other form of media, it would scream at you, perhaps this is a boss room, or this room is important.
Oh, boy.
Why is there so many medkits and ammo around?
Right.
Rotek's like, I want that door, and points down the hall to the one on the left.
Alright, let's go for it.
You.
Oh God,
Slither.
so speedy.
Here you go, Pange. That's where they're going.
You want to do some trap sensing? Mayhaps?
Oh yes, yes, a good old investigation.
No, just kick the door open. We'll be fine.
I investigate that this door is weak. Boosh.
The door appears to be untrapped, and otherwise unlocked as well.
Whoa,
boy,
he said
here we go.
appears. That sounds awful suspicious.
You open the door, and you hear a hushed conversation in this room full of bunks. There's some ghostly types around the corner there. Morgan, you can see a couple of skeletons that are just casually standing. And Joriel, you can also see a couple of skeletons that are casually standing. But there's this like ghostly sort right here as well.
It just looks like a barracks room at this point.
Yep. This is a room where this is a bay. This is a barracks bay. Everybody kind of sleeps in here. There's one fireplace up in the corner as you peek your head in. As you peek your head in, one of the skeletons in the back goes, "Are you looking for a place to take a nap?"
Maybe later.
Always.
Okay. Well, there's...
Hey!
Ah!
What's a skeleton's favorite instrument?
They look a little puzzled. One of them says, "The wind chimes?"
The trombone!
Trombone.
And then I stand there grinning at them like an idiot.
They... roll performance check for me.
A guided.
I would like to take a swing at the Great Panjandrum with my maul, please.
Please, God, let me roll a 20.
I'd like to
Guidance
pass him against the
question
wall.
Oh, it was sitting on the 20!
Oh, that was...
But what about the
oh,
D4?
deny.
Roll the d4 for me to add from the guidance.
You just need a
Let's
4. You
see.
just need a 4. You need a 4.
2, 10. So
Ooh.
an average performance, an average joke. One of the skeletons goes.
I give them the finger crossbows.
One of them goes. He's pretty funny, this little guy. Who the hell is he?
Thank you. Don't forget to tip your waitress. We'll be here all eternity.
Our waitress. Has anyone seen
Oh.
Betsy? One of them says. Betsy's not a waitress, dude. She lives here. She works here.
Oh god, I love the fact that they're like, Betsy?
As you scurry out of the room, Nizek just follows you with his helmet. You can feel the disgust from what you've just completed.
Here's a side question. Out
I
of
feel-
character. Does anyone remember the name of the castle steward we're looking for?
I can't even remember my own name.
Valid.
As in the.
There's a guy. I want to say his name is like Karl, but he's the castle steward, and I know we're supposed to be looking for him on some level, but I don't remember if that's actually his name. Hold on. Rotek's gonna. The door's still open. Rotek's gonna peek his head in and just. Hey, have any of you seen the castle steward?
They kind of look at each other for a second and shrug between them. No, we haven't seen the castle's steward.
But you know who he is, right?
You're looking for the custodian.
Oh, is that who it is?
That's where you're getting the
Oh.
C word from, but you're looking for someone named Remy.
Remy. Got it. Rotek probably remembers it better than me, the human, does. So he'll probably be like, hey, have you seen Remy the custodian?
They also look at each other and then return to you and shrug. No, we don't know anyone named Remy.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And he walks out.
Okay.
This custodian isn't a gigantic cooking rat. I'm going to be very upset.
You're just imagining like an array of strange creatures being involved in the custodial and caretaking duties of this castle.
Honestly, that you could have set you set that up.
I mean, to be fair, rats would make really great custodians.
And cooks.
Yeah. Ah,
I'm staying out of this situation.
Okay. You lurking over here?
Yeah, I'm kind of just precariously like listening and observing, but I'm not engaging because I don't know if the same thing's gonna happen. Been through a lot, so anyway.
I don't feel the need to antagonize them, so Rotek's just gonna kind of putz around if anyone else wants to talk to him.
Well, Joriel, that's what you wanted to do.
Can't help but feel like we're not progressing anything here.
Okay.
But I won't risk our lives over a hunch.
to be fair, we've risked our lives on randomly wandering down corridors.
This whole thing is, let's be real. You want to go check out another door and come back, or do you want to talk with them a little more?
I suppose I would be
Nah.
curious to know, are we even in... Do they even think we're in a... Like, do they know who the lady of the house is? Do they think... Is this part of the manor as we understand it?
By the way, Lily's
But
been with you. She just been hanging back as well. Sorry, I didn't move her.
Understandably so.
Yeah, the last time, doors were opened, just she's kind of just hanging out with you guys.
The Great Panjandrum thinks we should go through that big fancy door.
well, I'm inclined to agree if it's what's going to make us advance our understanding of the mysteries of this place. But I mean, we'll listen at this door.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Natural 20.
Oh, yeah, 28. You hear what sounds like rhetoric being spoken that would pump up a group of soldiers before a battle. And, the occasional sort of feedback cheers as well. So there is a lot of noise in that room.
Sounds like there's soldiers in this room. They'll probably, if they're like the rest, not react well to the appearance of an elf, so I'm not opening that door.
Maybe you could put on a hat.
I don't have a hat.
Maybe you could get a hat, and then you could put on the hat.
You could wear the Great Panjandrum as a hat.
No, that's my job.
That was quick. She jumped on
Yeah.
that quick.
Yeah, there was no room for error on that one.
We all understand now where that.
Yes, I will wolf out right here, and we'll deal with that for like what, an hour?
Yeah, we'll deal with that for an hour or so.
Oh, different door? Next door?
Like I said, I told you what I heard. Soldiers getting pumped up in that room. If you want to interact with them, I have no idea if it'll help or start another fight.
The Great Panjandrum knows how soldiers communicate.
Be my guest.
This wraith floats over and shuts the door.
Hear mumbling about something like born in a tent or something.
Yeah.
So somebody can't take their conversation elsewhere. All right, so I'm going to go up to this door and try the knob.
It opens.
Oh my gosh.
It's a room full of soldiers.
Are they skeletons?
Yes, they do appear to be skeletons.
This looks like a church. Who's on stage?
There is a skeleton on stage. He's reading from a book. As you walk in, he kind of stops and turns and looks at you, and everybody's kind of looking at you as well. And he says to you,
What up, the Great Panjandrum's fellow soldiers?
He nods and goes, "We have this room until half moon."
The Great Panjandrum wanted to join.
Oh, okay. That's fine then. You can sit. And he points over at this bench.
Excuse me,
Ange,
pardon
what are
me,
you
sorry,
doing?
excuse me.
Ange.
I'm gonna join a cult!
I look nervously at everyone else. Are we following? Like in a look.
Rotek's gonna shrug. Is your hat?
Fair enough.
Nizak kind of like just shrugs and watch you all into the room, just goes, "So we're really doing this? Okay."
I pat the bench next to me.
Okay.
There's some other.
Whee!
As you guys filter in, the guy on stage is like, there's some other empty benches in the middle and the back. Find a spot. Get comfortable.
Joriel sidles past the specter. Excuse me. Sorry.
No problem. I don't have as
Okay.
much to me anymore.
Nizak will try and crane his head around. You just hear the crinking of metal on metal and goes, "You can see past me, right? I'm not in your way."
The guy behind you leans forward and says, "No, we're all good."
Rotak just to the wraith is like, wait, so you know you're dead?
No, who doesn't, right?
Oh,
We're all dead, right? We're soldiers.
Then
We're gonna
Rotak's
die.
Look at Jordan like, see, they do know.
Okay, these ones do.
Okay. They got the memo, I guess.
Yeah, what soldier doesn't think they're gonna die? I mean, come on.
Fair enough.
Oh no. Oh no. There's a very distinct difference between the two. Oh no. Choriel, did you say a fucking word?
So you guys gonna stay here and listen to this guy talk?
Sure.
Sure, I guess.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay. So I don't have a speech written out for him. But he goes on and says, "Brothers, sisters, small lizards.
Yo.
Listen, I'm not going to really make it sound better than it is. The battle that is coming is going to be difficult. We, of course, have the fortress. We have a few of the dragons. It should not be a one-sided fight, but the Corinthian military is coming, and they are coming in force. Unfortunately, they will not listen to reason, and they will not accept a truce or friendly discussion, and so our king has bade us to do what we can to protect ourselves and our lives and our families. So,
Am I able to guess at all what these guys might be based on what he's talking about?
from your perspective, this sounds like a very strange thing. You don't have a recollection of any major uprisings that would like have a castle and many soldiers and that sort of fortification. Go ahead and make a history check for me at advantage. Master Orc did teach you quite a lot about military history.
Also, the mention of dragons is interesting.
Yeah, is anybody reacting to Nizak's armor?
They're kind of like watching a little bit. Make an insight check for me, Joriel.
Why, man? Why? Why are you gonna do me like this?
You're
7.
Yeah, you're picking up that these guys are. This is kind of like undercover boss situation where they're all like, "Oh yeah, the king's in the room here, but we're gonna let him talk. Like the king's not in the room. Just because this is clearly a test. We're all gonna just relax and let him talk." So yeah, you're picking that up, Joriel. Everybody knows the boss is in the room. They just, aren't acknowledging that the boss is in the room. For you, Panch, amongst the nobility, this sort of thing doesn't happen, right? The higher you go up in the nobility, the less likely a rebellion or any kind of coup is going to happen, which is odd from our history's perspective, because that kind of shit happened all the time. But here in Krunt, it's very out of the ordinary for anyone above count level to try to usurp their lords. And so for someone to be a king inside of Krunt, they need to be a member of the royal family, or things have gotten so bad that the royal family's been destroyed, and now you've fractured into a bunch of states. You've balkanized. So your wheels are kind of turning, and like this doesn't match up with any period of history that you're aware of. This is some kind of either past that you didn't experience or future that you obviously didn't experience, but like a full-on rebellion at this level, which is how you would characterize it, being
Right.
a loyalist, is just like wild to you. So
I am absolutely scintillated. Like, I am sitting there, chin on my claws, tongue dangling out my mouth, listening to this.
he continues his speech, giving you information about how many days it's going to be until they arrive, and what the state of the defenses are, and what everyone should be doing between now and then. You're getting the idea that this guy's sort of a lieutenant of the king. He's just in charge of either this squadron or what have you, this platoon, and he's giving orders to his troops, inspiring them. At the end of this, you all gain 4 temporary hit points from his inspiring speech.
Huzzah!
Incredible.
Now, remind me, those let you...
They're like a shield over
Those
top
are
of
the-
your regular hit points.
Cool.
This church has
Okay.
coffee and donuts, right?
He says coffee and donuts are down the hall, all the way at the end. You make a right after, it's across the hall from the training room. You just make a right when you go down the hall. The skeleton.
In order to try and clue Nizak in, Joriel's gonna be lean back near the end of the speech, say, Your Majesty, where should we go next?
Nizak kind of starts turning his head. Who are you talking to?
My apologies for such a familiar tone, Your Majesty. I merely would like to help you organize your day. And Joriel's looking at you play along.
Joriel's got eyebrow action going on.
Waggles his eyebrows. I'm not hitting on you.
Azulov, call it odds or evens.
Let's go evens. Oh, fuck.
Isaac and Leon. Chart out my day. You're wandering around the halls. What do you mean, chart out my day? What are you talking about?
Joriel, Nizak is not Your Majesty.
While you're saying that, Rotek, the wraith next to Joriel goes, "That's right, my lord. You don't need this fop to tell you what to do."
Go up to shake the guy's hand
The skeleton reaches
and tell
down.
him how rousing his speech was, and
Say, "Oh, I really
the great
appreciate it."
Panjanum, for one, feels very inspired.
Oh, good. We're all gonna die, but yeah, good.
Well,
Azulov,
we are
odds or
here to
evens.
die, and it is the job of our superiors to send us a place we can do that.
That's right. He says, "What were you gonna say, Livesey?"
I said call it odds or evens.
Evens again.
Well, at least this one isn't my fault.
Isaac stands up and goes, I have no idea what is happening here, but I am leaving. You have weirded me out for the last time. And stomps on out. I'm just kidding. That's where I'm going to stay.
You just stay right over there.
Anybody going to do anything? Anybody?
I don't think anybody's gonna stop you. I think they're all going with you, except Morgan and Panch.
I was more talking about the the skeletons and stuff.
No, they're all kind of just looking at you. They are skeletons, though. They don't have expressions, but they're all kind of just looking at you, following you, watching you leave. And the skeleton that's right next to you, Panch, goes, "Do you think I biffed it?"
No. His Majesty has a great deal on his mind.
Do you think he's mad? Well, of course.
You were good, buddy.
Do you think he's mad?
No. I think. Well, don't spread this around. But the Great Panjandrum happens to know that foppish courier got into the wrong sort of area. You know, where the king's maids were.
You're kidding. That guy and Betsy?
I like act like I'm zipping my mouth and locking it.
He puts both of his hands to his mouth and goes, "Oh no, that's no good." And he kind of just staggers back and he starts looking at the book very furiously, paging through it.
Morgan, come on.
Once we're out the door and like out of earshot, Joriel will turn to Nizak. You're wearing their king's armor. They think you're their king.
Nizak will kind of look at Joriel, look down, look at Joriel, look at his armor again, and goes, Oh. Just past Panjandrum and goes, Oh, that's not it. You're all doing fantastic. As you were.
Make a persuasion check for me, please. Oh my god.
Way.
Nice.
They all kind of like sit up straighter. This guy over here, the guy who was doing the talking, fist pumps himself. Yes! They all seem quite pleased from what you can tell.
And I'm going to leave the room.
Okay.
We'll be right back, pardon me.
Sure. Morgan, are you going with them? Are you still with us?
Yeah. This is awkward.
Absolutely crushed it, Your Majesty.
Absolutely crushed it. Okay.
Well, how many doors do we have left?
Well, you heard coffee and donuts are down this way.
Oh, yeah.
All
we're
the
going
way
with the
down,
coffee
they
and
said.
donuts.
With the reminder of King Duma, Rotek is finally piecing together what Joriel's attempting to do with these undead, because he just didn't know earlier. And he kind of turns back and says, Mr. Joriel, how did you get their king to... What did you do? He passed on?
I used... Well, there's a spell. He did their last rites, basically. I'm kind of making it up as I go and imbuing magic into it. But it was a combination of human last rites, Plains Elf last rites, and trying to figure out what they needed to hear and then saying the right thing so that they could be at peace.
Do you think Nizak told them what they wanted to hear to be at peace?
I don't know. Did they all melt into nothingness after we left?
Well, he didn't do the magic thing that you did.
Yeah.
Could you do the magic thing for them now?
Maybe? Or they might just get mad and attack me again, because they all don't seem to be aware they're dead. King Duma seemed to be aware he was dead.
You are trying to give them peace, yes?
That's what I'm trying to do, yes.
Shouldn't we try?
We should.
Rotek's just gonna turn to the rest of the group. We're gonna try to give them peace. It's half posed as a question to see if anyone's gonna stop them.
I think actually we might be able. Unfortunately, out of character, we need Nizak back for Joriel's plan. If we could turn the ceremony part of the spell into Nizak addressing the troops again, then perhaps we could affect all of them at once.
Smart, because if you get them mad all at once, that would be really bad.
They're definitely more likely to listen to him than to me. But I suppose before we make any final decisions, we should see what's in the other rooms.
Oh my
I
god,
believe snacks
Dean.
are on the one side and the training room is on the other down there.
Sorry, Dean's snoring like he's a lumberjack. I'm gonna scooch Lily and Nizak down to where Pange is. It looks like the Elf and the Scaldy are all the way down the hall.
I'm just gonna investigate both doors real quick, just to confirm no traps.
Sure, I'm gonna go ahead and move the party down the hall. Just to keep everybody together. Okay, 12. There appear to be no traps on these doors.
Great. I choose this one.
You see a dining hall.
Aha!
There is a ghostly figure over here at the bar, is manipulating a tumbler, and you hear shaking of ice in the tumbler.
Hello, sir. I have come for food.
He scratches where his head would be and goes, yeah, there's food around. Just pick a spot. There is, in fact, no food at the tables.
See, the dude told him to pick a spot, so Rotek sits down and just waits.
Yeah.
Mr. Joral, they said there will be food. We just have to pick a spot.
All right. I suppose as Drill moves through the room, kind of want to like insight check everyone. Or I don't know, some kind of observation or sense is, does anybody here seem to act differently or understand that they're dead?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight check for me.
Okay. Ah, 13.
It's an odd mix, right? Because, let me see something right here real quick. It's an odd mix, though. You're fairly certain there's, like, an inkling at the back of their minds that they're dead, but they are either in denial or they're just ignoring it.
I suppose our best hope is to leverage Nizak's armor and convince them all at once. Maybe have him say something like that they've done good, they're done their best for their people, they can rest now.
I assume you're talking to Rotak, because he's right next to you.
I don't know what we should say. I've never died before. I have died before. I've never fought. No, I have fought in a war like this. He sits and thinks,
What would you want them to say? I mean, while you're thinking, what
Tell
brought
them
Go ahead.
Tell them, well done, my good and faithful servants. You fought and died valiantly. And then I walk over as if then I kind of blink as if I have no idea what I just said. Climb up to the counter, slap the counter, and say, the great Panjandrum will have a frothing Dwagar.
A frothing Dwagar. Do you mean a Darthaki Dark Ale?
I shake my head and say, yes.
Okay, alright. He gives you a stout. It's just almost completely black beer. Pours it in.
My tongue starts dipping in.
Yeah, it is strong tasting, but it kind of reminds you of like toasted nuts or something like that.
Ooh, baby, the Great Panjandrum likes this one.
How does your body react to alcohol?
You're gonna find out.
I-
Lizard, your water looks a little off. Is it poisonous?
Nope.
Well, technically.
I have given you the Darthak Dark Stout as a consumable in your inventory, Panj.
Let me just go grab that. What do I click on the die?
If you want to consume it, yes, but it does post the text for everyone to see. It says, the Darthaki people pride themselves in their beers that are basically a whole meal. The Krynth Healers Guild warns you that consuming too much alcohol can lead to erratic and unexpected behavior, impaired vision, loss of sound judgment, inhibitions, and happiness, but also depression. Drink at your own risk.
I am drinking it all.
Okay, you quaff your beverage.
I just delete it from my list.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
How much do you weigh?
Let me see if I can find that. I'm only 3 feet tall.
You're probably at most 80 pounds.
Yeah, that would be pushing it.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's give you a con save. Let's take a con save for you.
Okay.
You're all right. That beer was definitely not fresh, but you're gonna be okay. You've had worse.
The Great Panjandrum has definitely had worse. My good man! I slap a coin down on the bar and ooze off the stool, like
Okay.
slowly backwards.
Yep. You slurp your way
And
off
then I
the
gather
stool.
myself. Yeah, then I gather myself and teeter my way toward Morgan.
Kind of like the Tarot-tag. It's kind of like, you ever eat just like rotten fruit?
Oh yes, a handful of times. It's bad experience on both ends.
Have you ever eaten precisely rotten fruit to where it's just very sweet?
Now I have to decide if Scaldi in the past knew what fermentation was and if they ate fermented fruit.
Like,
I'm
actual
gonna go with
lizards
yes.
in
I'm
our
gonna go with
world
yes. Yes, they did,
do that.
because animals will do that because it's funny to them. So I'm
Squirrels
gonna go.
eat bread and nuts.
What would they have called it? The silly fruits. I don't know what the hell they would call it.
Fallen fruits.
Well, because the Scaldi would eat it and it would make them act silly. But they have no
Mhm.
concept of alcohol, so he's just gonna call them silly fruits. It's probably a translation error. No one actually knows what he's saying. But in the conversation, Rotak's still looking around and thinking, You asked what I would want to be told.
Hmm.
When I realized I was dead and my time is long past, the thing I wanted to know most was whether my people lived. But everyone knew what Scaldi were, so I knew my people lived.
You're not wrong, because that is also what calmed Dumas himself. Understanding that humanity survived, and that even if it didn't exactly play out the way he thought it would or wanted it to, his efforts to preserve humanity.
Duma's worries
His
were on the
specific
level of a
efforts
king.
weren't successful.
His people's worries are probably not on the level of a king.
Hmm.
Maybe they worry about family. Do we know? Do you know? Do they know? He points to the other, or he gestures at the party. If Duma's peoples live, survive, continue? He's like trying to find the right word.
In what sense? In the sense that Corinthians continue to live and exist? Yes.
Are Duma's people? They are Corinthian. Are they? He's gesturing. It's like muttering, like aquatic, saurian, viper. Different people, same species. He's trying to reach for words to describe different houses and like different subsets of humans.
Don't know. I know what you're trying to say insofar as like plains elves versus forest and high elves. No idea if humans divide themselves like that.
Does his big family continue? The
Hmm.
people on his land, his big family, do they continue?
I suppose either way we'd have to convince them that they do.
Then that is what we must convince them of, to give them peace of this battle that threatens their lives and the lives of those they know. The danger has passed. It is time for them to sleep.
Alright, we'll check this one door and then figure out what's in the rest.
As they're leaving, just, Mr. Jarl, I don't think there was food.
Unlikely.
The skeleton at the desk looks up from his paperwork and says, "Are you guys here to challenge the course?"
The who?
Course?
The course, the training course. He shakes his head over to this door. Or this door, right here.
What is this course?
It's a training course. You run through the obstacle course, you dodge the traps, you reach the end, you get rewarded.
Ooh, yes, I'll do this.
Mm.
Is it attempted alone, or are we allowed to assist each other?
It's for, it's, you know, to, it's just for yourself, but look, people have done it as a group. Generally, it's funny when they do it as a group because, like, one of them will get obliterated by a trap, and then another one will stop and be like, "Tommy, no!" And then he'll get hit by a trap and also get obliterated, so, you know.
When you say obliterated, is there a risk of death?
I mean, no, but yes. Not really, no. But yes.
Haha, Tommy.
Hmm.
In character, Rotak's just attempting to laugh as if this is a relatable story. Just, haha, Tommy.
Yeah.
I do this course.
Okay.
You know what? Joriel will do it too.
Great
We'll
Panjandrum
haul her
is
back to the others.
definitely-
Anyone else want to do a training course?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna move you to it. Just
I'll just
hang out.
stay. Yeah, I'll be a designated healer in case someone's arms get blown off or something.
Okay. I do want
Is
you to
it-
see this gnarly ass course though.
Where?
Is there like a viewing room? Because
I'm just gonna give you like just put you in so you can see it. You don't have to participate in it.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
I will up.
section 1. So as you guys get in, there's a skeleton ahead of you, and he goes, "Hold on, it's my turn." And he sounds a little drunk. He goes, he backs up a second. He takes a hop over the first obstacle here. Let's go and see how he does. He hops over it, and then he goes to dodge this trap here. He makes a save. Dexterity save. He succeeds. He slides across the floor here. Flames shoot out of this gargoyle. Where's my freaking sequencer? Yes, play, switch to layer, sequences. Sorry, I have a thing for this. Okay, so hold on. This is fairly cool. Goddamn. There it is. Library. Generic. Fire. I think it's this one. Yes, it's this one. Okay. Zoop. Does that play? Did it play? Should be.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Should be playing for everybody. Persist. There we go. There we go. And okay. I don't know if it's playing for the stream view, but it doesn't look like it is. Anyway, so yes, he makes the first thing. He runs across. Oop. Nope, that's... I just made a huge one in the hallway. Don't worry about that.
Ah!
Pay no attention to the flame jet in the hallway. So he goes through that. He slips through this section here, making another dexterity saving throw. Sliding under this one. He tries to squeeze through here. Gets hit by the spikes, gets thrown against the wall, and shattered into 1,000 tiny pieces. And you hear a, "Dang it!" We'll just have to pick him up off the floor. Anybody want to give that a go?
Doesn't go pick him up, or are we now taking our turn?
Oh, if you want to take your turn now, you can do that instead of picking him up.
Rotek's eyes are gleaming. Yes.
Okay, so I will engage the trap zones. So here is trap. Here is trap. Here is trap. Trap. Trap for section 1. And this one. So for each trap you pass through, you need to make the subsequent save. These are all no damage saves. So the flames are obviously dexterity saving throws, and so are the spike logs. Each of them have their own set damages. So as you move through, you can just say, "I'd like to do this whole course," if you want, and it is 6 total saves for this side of the course.
Yes, Rotek's gonna go through the whole course.
Okay, so this side of the course is 6 dexterity saving throws.
Let's see what happens, and then we'll walk him through it.
Joriel will bless.
There's a plus 1d4 to each one, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it, I forgot to put the 1d4 on top.
Yeah, so you succeed the first one.
And that didn't... Dang it, I forgot to put the roll.
That's alright.
First one. Alright, let's try this better this time. Whoa.
Sorry, did you say better?
So your first trap is a spike log. Your second trap is a flame jet. So you do skate under the flame jet, no problem. Third trap and fourth traps are spike log and flame trap. So go ahead. Okay. Success. And success. So that moves you to the next break there, and then 2 more for this section. Success. Success. Great. So you pass through phase 1 of the challenge easily.
Rook just turns around and cheers. Ah, I made it!
You hear from there's like a little conical brass thing up in the wall, and it's hollow, it looks like. You hear a voice come out of it. Morgan, you also hear the same voice right next to you. It's the skeleton at the desk. He goes, "Great job! Now, there's the other half of the course. Watch out for the spinning blades. They'll cut you straight in half."
Ooh.
And
Oh. Oh my.
So let's go ahead and turn those on. Doop, 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 doop. So it's 3 spinning blade traps and 1 log trap.
4 saving throws it is.
Yep. So first spinning blade, slide under it, not getting hit by those big ass steel blades. Slide under the second one, sort of doing an all fours lizard crawl. That one, you might as well have just been in sync with the thing as it spins, because it was never going to touch you. And that fourth one, you hop over. Oh my god, a perfect score!
Rorschach comes out the other side. What is reward?
Reward is this, and he gives you a healing potion.
Haha!
Nice.
There you go.
The Great Panjandrum wants to try.
Okay. Joel, do you want to also give it a go?
Well, no, I was just gonna say, because Bless can cover 3 people at the level I cast it at, I put it on the 3 people that have expressed would want it, up to 3 people that would want to do it. So I'll put it on Rotak, Panj, and if there's anyone else who is thinking of doing it.
I think Morgan's too smart to do it.
Oh, it's fun.
What is that supposed to mean?
That sounds like that was phrased like an insult, but is a compliment.
What, that she's too smart to do it?
It's just the way you said it, my dude.
You Corinthians have made fun danger.
That's right, Scaldy.
I go in there and I'm like limbering up and stretching and wriggling my tail.
You're familiar
Was
with
this part of the things that you were taught?
Panj, you're familiar with this sort of thing because Corinthians do make training environments that are like this and that tend to carry no long-term risk to them. Like, you could straight up get seriously injured, but usually there's a cleric on hand to fix you. There have been very few permanent deaths from training environments like this.
All right, so I'm like waiting for the signal to go.
He goes, yeah, whenever you want.
I immediately run up the wall and onto the ceiling and book it across the room.
Okay, you don't need to make any saves because you have subverted the entire design. He goes, we didn't plan for that. There's nothing in the rules against it. Proceed. He's flipping furiously through the pages.
Same thing on this side.
Yep.
I just book it.
Yep.
I like soar. I like drift around the ceiling. Drop off. Do an Olympics dismount.
Mm-hmm. He goes, when you finish, he goes, that's a new record for time, I suppose. You've dodged nothing, but you also didn't get hit, so good job, I guess.
The Great Pangendrum dodged everything.
It doesn't feel right to give you a healing potion. I'm gonna give you...
I glare at him.
I'm gonna give you... And he's rifling through his desk. You hear a bunch of clinking sounds. This seems appropriate. It gives you a potion of speed.
Ooh, the Great Pangendrum will take it. Not literally take it, but
You know,
I am accepting the potion.
you accept the potion.
Yes. The Great Pangendrum thanks you.
You're welcome. Do you know how to work the item pile?
Oh, who?
The item pile next to you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just double click that bad boy. Okay, I think that's everybody who wanted to try the trap zone. If you guys are trying to meet the
Morgan, did you see?
Yes, dear, you did great.
Hee
Trying to meet who?
Do a little lizard dance.
trying to
A
meet
custodian. Or
the bosses, not the custodian. The boss, they're in the center room over there. He kind of gestures to his right. Goes, they like to meet the guys who finished the course.
Who are the bosses?
Don't tell him I said this. And he kind of like leans forward because he saw where Nizak went. And he says, don't tell him I said this, but they're kind of assholes. They're brothers, twins, idiots. Real good fighters, though. So I like to test the guys who pass the course personally.
Comax and Zaymont.
That's not their names, but you get the idea.
What are their names?
Well, and he says, it's Livithan Tekarov and Dorthan Tekarov. They're both counts. They share their title. So,
Mr. Jordan, I think we'll have to fight them.
oh yeah, no, they're not gonna let you leave after you ace the course like that without having a fight. It's kind of a way for them to get the measure of the troops. You know what I mean?
I am this tall, and Rotek puts a hand out.
Not like that, but your spirit, you got good spirit, kid.
Is anyone else attempting the course?
I don't
Yeah.
believe so.
All right.
For the love of God, no one ever let Rotak and the Great Panjandrum do stuff on their own.
I believe we just did.
It's fine.
It
Don't
will
worry
be-
about it.
I mean, without any adult supervision, because there will be a debacle.
I mean, technically speaking, we just did stuff and we both got potions, so it worked out.
That's because all the adult supervision was here.
I mean, you were literally under a blessed spell the entire time.
I also had advantage on all of it because Rotak just is good with traps.
Okay.
All right.
You guys moving on to the other door?
Let's go
Only
see
one
these
door left.
guys.
Livesy, have you overheard basically the conversation about can we convince these people to like rest and take it easy, using your armor?
I mean, couldn't you just command them to be at ease?
I could do. I very much could. I think that maybe, like, we allow everyone else to walk in, and then I'll walk in last. And then, you know, see their initial reactions versus the reaction to the armor. And this will go one of two ways. They will either be like, oh, yes, my king, my liege, what can we do for you? Or like, the king has come to test our metal. Fantastic. So we will see.
Are we
Big
all
rock.
right?
If I can-
I'm a philandering courier, so I probably shouldn't be first.
I mean,
I
can always
aced
walk in
the
first.
field, so they want us to meet me apparently. Rotak's all happy, like, oh, people who want to meet me. In we go.
Morgan, did you want to be with the group?
Yeah, sorry.
Ah, no, and you've covered my token, now I can move.
Get trapped.
For whatever reason, if my token goes on top of someone's, I can no longer move. And I also can't use my keyboard to do it. It's just weird.
If you've already selected yourself, you should be able to WASD.
It won't.
No? Okay.
I think it's something to do with my Chrome at the moment, not Foundry. It's a thing.
It might be.
Is it supposed to be dark in here?
Yes, it is a very small room. There's a door right next to you, though.
Someone
I'm going
close the back
to
door.
pop dancing lights. Let me make sure I have the spell first. Yeah, dancing lights.
If it isn't a boss room.
DM, this room is oddly shaped like a boss room. What the fuck? It's geometrically shaped, and I don't like that.
Rotak just walks in confident, like, hello, I have passed your training course.
These two figures over here kind of straighten up a bit.
The skeleton man said perfect score.
The Great Panjandrum also got a perfect score.
He climbed on the ceiling.
And they kind of look at
The
each.
Great Panjandrum has style.
They look at each.
It was very good style, and Rotek pats him on the head.
Mm. They kind of look at each
Oh,
other.
proud.
Look at you guys. Look at each other again. This one here shifts and spots Nizak in the back. Says, "My liege, why are you walking in through the back? So behind these," he gestures to the rest of them.
Rotek pipes up like, no, he didn't pass the course. I did. They said you'd want to measure me.
Nizak is just gonna like lift up his left arm and gesture towards Rotak and say nothing more.
Okay. Make a make a persuasion check. Yeah.
Nuts.
Oh, nuts. Oh, nuts. Okay, hold on a second.
He doesn't get advantage for an imperious gesture.
He's wearing the king's armor.
Yes. However, Dun, 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 dun.
I wasted my 20 on the wrong fucking performance check. Damn it!
Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to check something. They
started to realize. So go on.
They say you are wearing his armor, but you are not him.
Oh, they got you there, Nizak.
And they say that in unison.
Oh boy, that's not creepy.
Yeah,
No, the Great Panjanum found it. The Great Panjanum found it very creepy. Did you not?
It was sarcasm. The Great Panjanum.
Oh.
We're just
Right.
leaning back and forth. And he's like, but the King Ghost Man gave him the armor.
They look back at each other, back at you, back at Nizak. There's a lot of looking happening right now.
What a camera zoom in.
Yeah, zoom in.
Bewildered
Cut the
face.
wides. Yeah. Cut the wides. Cuts black and white.
Transitions, crosshatch.
Yeah. I did film studies in school. How could you tell?
And they go, well, we'll test your metal. That's what you want, but don't think we're gonna let you walk around in his armor like you own it or anything.
Technically, he does own it.
Isaac draws out his maul. Oh well. Oh boy, here I go killing again.
We're going to pause.
Oh boy.
How much time do we have left?
It is 7:30 my time.
Do we usually go to 11 or 11:30 my time?
Yeah, we got like an hour.
I'm almost positive, maybe.
Okay. We will go ahead and roll initiative then.
Oh, beans.
Here we go again. Yep. Okay. Yeah, where were you a while ago?
Jeez, Panch.
I'm getting the good rolls tonight.
You are getting the good rolls tonight. Let me see something real quick here.
Fucking beans.
Yes. These guys are actually these versions. Now, hold on, I gotta drop them out and put them back.
I'm sorry. What? What do you mean versions? Excuse. Oh my god! What the fuck?
No, delete. That's not how that guy works.
I'm afraid.
Okay. Sorry. Certain conditions have been met that have made them these versions of themselves.
The best versions of themselves?
No.
19.16 and 12.16. Okay.
I suppose, if it hasn't been that long, Rotek, Pange, and I are still blessed.
Yeah.
What does that give us? Just a 1d4 on all attacks?
Attacks and saves.
Nice.
Okay. Pange, it is your turn.
Fireball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just right between them.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd say that's perfect.
Okay. Roll your damage, and I will roll their dexterity saving throws.
He's not letting me jump to the bottom. There we go, maybe.
Livithan's gonna choose to fail.
What?
That's weird.
Yeah. This whole place worships dragons.
No.
I'm wielding the spear too. His spear.
He's going to choose to succeed instead. Dorthan is.
Hmm.
Okay. Livithan takes 0 damage. Dorthan takes 15.
Wait. He takes 0 on a failed save?
Yes.
What kind of bullshit is that?
Fire immunity, one of the second most common immunity after poison.
Okay.
I stand there looking disgruntled.
We have finally found it. Pange's tipping point.
It would seem like Livithan is very gruntled.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn, Pange?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Although I assume my dancing lights have died.
Do you... Yeah, you can put them up. How many do you get? 4?
Well, they're concentration, so
Do you want to hold them or no?
I think if I cast
No, you're
if
not
I cast the
concentrating on
fireball,
anything
they go
else.
away then. Oh, okay, so I can still have them up. Okay, that's cool.
It's only other spells with concentration break your previous
Ah.
concentration.
Correct.
Okay, got it.
You want me to just move them around, or where do you want them specifically?
It's just scattered around me.
Sure. Just giving some light in spaces.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
That's it for me for this turn.
All right, Morgan, your turn.
Anyway, I guess I'm gonna just start blasting. I'm gonna take a closer look at these two. Is only one of them wearing a shield?
Let's see here. Yes. Dorthan's got a shield. Livithan does not.
Well, I'm gonna target the one carrying the shield with a guiding bolt and try to smack him with it.
All right.
And to clarify, Livithan was the one who took no damage from the fireball.
Yep.
Dorthan did.
Correct.
Okay.
If it helps, I will have their names available for you guys to see.
That would be
Trying to-
beneficial. Thank you.
Yep. Because they are twins, so...
The button again.
Oh, you need to...
Target.
Yeah, I can turn that on for you. But it's T, usually.
I thought it was, but nothing's happening.
Okay, you got him. He's targeted for you.
Okay. Do the second level. Why did it hurt?
18 misses.
Damn it. What are you doing? Are you kidding?
He seems to be wearing plate, and he's got a shield, so...
Yeah, I was hoping Guiding Bolt would fix that, but not today. I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Okay. At
Leap as a shield.
initiative 20, the lair goes. Alright. I will roll a d6. Results cannot be repeated back to back. 4. Okay. All lights in the arena are snuffed for 1 turn.
Good thing we got the dancing lights.
Feeling pretty good about those, yeah.
Okay.
Good thing I can see in the dark.
It is now Dorthan's turn. He is going to move forward, charging Rotak. He says, while he's moving up to you, so you have a perfect score, huh?
Yes.
He's going to take his multi-attack.
Ooh.
Hits with a 30.
That's a lot of bonuses.
Dealing 14 on the first attack. 14 misses. And then his multi-attack would be the spin attack. So flashes a full circle around him. Those caught in the radius will make a strength saving throw. Upon failure, they're pushed back 10 feet and knocked prone. The radius is 10 feet, so that is just you, Rotak. You're the only one that needs to make the strength save.
You said the radius is
Get your
10
D4.
feet?
It's from him, so it doesn't include Nizak. It's just,
Did you say it's a strength saving throw?
yes.
Am I able to get down Mr. President Rotak here?
Yes, you can switch places with Rotak if you'd like with Get Down, sir.
Is that something you want to do, Rotak?
Yeah, did you want to do it from the start and take the other hit too?
I can definitely do that. Yeah, I think that might be. I don't know. Is that allowed?
Yeah, you'd be able to do that.
Yeah, sure, we can do that.
30 does hit you, so.
Yeah, it already hits me for 14. Did you say?
Yep. So I'll move you guys.
Yep, that works. I'm a lot more tankier than Rotak, I think.
So you. How do you get down, sir, him?
As I see like the trident like come up, I literally just like pick him up from the waist with my non-weapon hand. Oh no, with my shield, I kind of just like move him behind me as I push in front of him.
Okay.
So yeah, literally just like so as I get him, I like spin him around and then the trident like hits me in the back.
Yeah. Okay. Strength saving throw?
Yep.
When you are going prone regardless.
Yep.
Okay.
Ah, beans.
Beans. You are also knocked back 10 feet after that. So you were hit with the spin attack and knocked back. Oop, not stunned. Prone. Back to there. Okay. That is the end of Dorthan's turn. Joriel.
Alright. How much is this bless doing? I don't know if it's doing enough to justify its existence. First question, do they look still like undead?
When you're... Make a perception check.
Okay. $22.
There is definitely something off about them. They're definitely not mortal. You get that vibe.
Okay.
Some small things about them. You can't put your finger on it, but they're definitely not mortal.
There's no chance I'm gonna destroy them. Might be better to save my channel divinity for something else. I think first thing, Joriel's gonna summon his spiritual weapon, the spear,
Sure.
right here.
Okay. I have a utility thing for this. I think I do. Continue your thoughts.
And then I'd like to... I can't seem to target...
You'd like to target Dorthan?
Yeah.
Okay. I got him targeted for you.
Alright. Then... we will make our spiritual weapon attack.
Hmm.
32.
32 does hit. And this is radiant
16 points of force damage.
force. Okay. 16? Alright. Okay. Is that it for you?
I can't decide. I think I'm going to try just to see how it works. My channel divinity turn undead.
Okay. So typically turn undead causes fear in the undead. Requires a saving throw, correct?
Yes, DC 17 Wisdom.
Okay. And there's no limit on the CR for an automatic...
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll step forward one space just to make sure it affects the other one. No, it's basically just like... do they...
So the no destroy has a limit. That's what I'm...
Yeah, destroy is bound by CR, but the fear effect is not.
Okay. So we got a 12 and a 10. I think your DC is much higher than that.
17.
17. They both choose to succeed instead.
Alright, so that's 2 legendary resistances on Dorthan, 1 on Levithan.
Right.
Good to know.
So how did your channel divinity turn undead look?
I think it is Joriel basically like picking up the mirror and saying, "Look at yourself."
They both snap their vision towards your mirror. You see sort of a effect of like light and erasure marks, sort of like their shape or form like twists or morphs, and then goes back to the way it is right now, and they both sort of go, ah!
Alright. That is me.
Okay. At the end of your turn, Dorthan moves to you.
Alright.
It's now Livithan's turn. He's going to push forward to Rotak. He is going to use his hammer to hit you with 2 attacks. First attack hits with an 18. $31 points of damage.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge that.
Okay. So you get back 15. He's gonna roll his second attack. That hits with a 17?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dealing 30 points of damage.
I have to roll a 1 to miss me. I love that.
Alright, that is the end of Livithan's turn. Rotek, your turn.
Ow. This could be very bad.
Yes.
We're rapidly approaching the range where it's better for you to go down so I can heal you instead of staying up.
The trick is, if I go down, will I die?
Yeah, that's fair.
Where's the necromancer when you need them?
Both of them will get to act before... Or no, one of them... This one will get to act before I act. So...
I'm just
Not to
trying
mention
figure out
legendary actions.
what the most effective use of Rotek's now very limited life is. I guess bonus action disengage using the rogue stuff.
Okay.
He's going up. Back up
All right.
and whip out his short bow. And shoot the one next to Jorio.
That one.
Yes. Yeah, I can't target him either.
Odd. Chefros. Okay, you got him now. Hmm. Uh, 18. 18 misses.
Don't like that. Well, that's my turn.
Nizak, your turn.
Alrighty. So he's getting up an action.
No, it is half your movement.
Okay, so we're gonna get up, and half my movement is yes. I don't need the tooltip. Yep, I can. Pretty sure I can still do that. Movement 30. Yes, I can. I am going to charge. I can't.
Can't target him either?
No, I think it might have something to do with the darkness. Maybe.
It might be.
Maybe I'm not pressing the right buttons. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Ah.
It's probably some combination of factors or some fuckery in the background. Regardless, I got him targeted for you.
Cool. Thank you.
Yep. Fuck it, we do it live.
Fuck it, we do it live. Oh, come on!
Oof. You swing hard, and he squirms out of the way and goes, I can't believe you beat our king.
Your king was a bitch.
Oh, God. It's mentally stunned from your sentence there.
We did it!
We
We
stunned
brought
condition.
him rest!
Yeah.
You get 2 attacks, by the way.
Oh, that's right. I do. You are correct. Let's do it again. Oh, fucking beans!
Jesus.
I just need a 10 or above. Ah.
That one misses too. End of your turn.
Yep.
Okay. He's going to use a legendary action to swing his hammer at you. He misses with a 15. Pan's your turn.
Immune to fire. Not immune to fire.
Okay, I am going to run over here and scramble up on this statue.
Okay.
And then I'm casting Rhymes. What is it called?
Binding ice?
That's the guy. On the 2 of them, shaping it around my allies.
Sure. Is it a cone?
Yep. It is a 30-foot cone.
Nice. So yeah, that'll hit both of them.
I don't know how to rotate this, but
It's shift. You shift and scroll your wheel. I can place it for you.
okay, yeah, please.
There you go. Okay, so con saves, right?
I believe so.
Okay, Livithan. That is going to be a success on Dorthan, and Livithan's going to choose to succeed.
That's his
Oh,
third
fuck
one.
him.
No,
They-
sorry, that's his second. They both
They
used
have
two.
individual legendary resistances.
Yep.
They've both used two.
You're fighting two bosses.
I look
Never mind.
even more disgruntled and yell, "Quit being a bitch!"
On a failed save, the creature takes 3d8 cold damage and is hindered by ice formation for 1 minute or until another creature within it reduces an action to break away the ice. On a successful save, a creature takes half as much damage and isn't hindered. So they take half of the 3d8. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Okay, let me see here.
One brother immune to fire. I wonder what the other brother's immune to.
Probably lightning.
I was wondering if he was immune to ice. Or
Those-
cold.
Fire and lightning, those two classical elements that go together.
Yeah, exactly.
Livithan takes 9 because he succeeded, and Dorthan seems unbothered.
So he's immune to cold.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, that's it for me.
Is this
Now we know.
is this the I'm in danger meme? What were you gonna say, Lee?
No.
I was gonna say, now we know where to send that ice spear that Morgan has.
Oh yeah, Livithan. Yeah, because he's fire immune, but not ice immune.
Yeah.
End of your turn, Panch.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. Morgan, your turn.
Oh, they're in weird places. I'm gonna assist the one Joriel's messing with.
Sure.
And that's this guy with the shields too, so I wanna try to guiding bolt again because I really feel like, or no, maybe. Yeah. First little spell, I guess.
– 25 hits.
Bam. Okay, so why does it not? I rolled it. Why is it not letting me roll damage?
It's
Targeting issue.
Oh, it might just be. Are you pushing the button on the card in the chat above?
Yeah.
Okay, I can do.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Okay, I'll wait. There it goes. 19 points of radiant damage. Very good.
And I'm going to stay where I'm at.
Ugh! That seemed to have deeply affected him.
Interesting.
Now he has.
He now is glowing too because he is.
So Jory would have advantage then.
Yes, whoever attacks him next has advantage.
Okay. That's what I was hoping for.
Okay, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
All right. At the end of your turn, Let's see, he's used only the one legendary action to move. He's going to use 2 legendary actions to raise his arm, engage a contraption on his arm, and fire a spread of bolts across the room.
No.
Hitting Joriel, Morgan, and Rotak. Dexterity saving throws from you guys.
Rotak, you still have your D4.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, nice. Natural 20, 21, 15. Let's see. $12 points of damage. And we got... Nope, selected, please. Rotak takes the full. Morgan and Joriel both take half.
Alas, I lose concentration on Bless, but honestly, I'm not mad about it, because that means I can cast a new concentration spell.
Yep. Rotak, you are riddled with fletchets, little spikes. You're familiar with this weapon. As a player, not as a lizard man, not as a Scaldi.
Indeed.
But you're riddled with a bunch of these things and you go down. Morgan, you find that you've got like 6 spikes in your arms suddenly. Joriel, you caught a similar amount of spikes.
Yeah, I was like, maybe putting my arm in such a way where it won't hit my vitals.
Yep. Pange, you've seen these weapons before as well, but they are, in your time, they're considered experimental, and they only fire 1 spike at a time. Okay, that brings us to the lair. We roll a d6. It was a 6. Okay, the lights come back on. The end of this turn, this trap activates. And by that I mean at the beginning of the lair's next turn, this trap activates. If you're in it, you're in it. Okay. It's now Dorthan's turn. Dorthan moves to the other side of you. And he is going to use his trident to hit Joriel. So 4, 16 hits. And 14 points of damage. And his second attack, 27, 13 points.
Okay.
That is the end of his turn. Joriel, your turn.
Sorry, I did just forget. We do get that. I should get 4 back because of the temp HP that I forgot to add to my sheet.
Ah, yes.
Okay. All right. Rotak's down.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll call to Morgan. Can you get Rotak back up? No, we don't want to do that. Okay. I think fuck it, we're just doing Mass Healing Word.
Everybody has felt something.
I know.
Um. 10 hit points, except for Rotac, it's 13.
Okay, Rotak, you are awake. On the floor. Everybody else gets 10.
Popping blood.
Did you already give yourself yours, Lee?
I have not.
Okay. Alright, I will give you yours now. There you go. Okay, that's everybody.
Oh, and then I will target this guy with my spiritual weapon.
Okay. It was here last. It is now here. I'm still looking for a good token for it. Oh, there it is.
For sure.
There it goes. Bonk.
Wong. Presuming I am targeting him, let's do that. At advantage, correct?
Why so?
From the guiding bolt?
Oh, yes, yes.
Actually, if that's the case, then I'm going to channel Divinity Path to the Grave before I do this attack, so that he has vulnerability to the damage.
And yours is force specifically, right?
Yes.
Okay. That hits.
Ah,
16.
only 16.
Okay.
Then I'm going to basically, like, dance around. And, yep, that's my turn.
Okay. Dorthin is going to use his legendary action to attack you. He's going to
Okay.
stab you with his trident. Crits.
Ouchie. I might die from this. Yeah, I'm down.
He takes you down. So as you dance around him, he's watching you, cocks back the trident, slams it into your neck, pulls it out. You go down, blood sprays into the air. Nizak, you hear him mutter, "Not the first elf I've killed," and he spins the trident.
No response.
Hmm.
Absolutely none.
It is now Livithan's turn. Livithan's gonna move to here. Yes, he's gonna... Well, if he moves around this way, because he can't move through the spiritual weapon, because it's occupying that space.
He can, actually.
Oh.
The spiritual weapon does not... It doesn't give flanking. It also can't be attacked.
Okay, so, then... Oop. Pinch, he's not going to disengage from you, so you are going to get an attack of opportunity against him. If you'd like to...
How does that? Do I draw my sword as part of that?
that is drawing your weapon is a free action.
And I'll swing at him with the crestfa.
Sure. Misses.
Yep.
He's gonna move to here. And he's gonna take the hammer and he's gonna take a swing at Nizak with it.
Ah, that's not very nice.
Nope. Misses with the first attack. Take a swing with the second one. Hits with the second one. Dealing 23 points of damage.
Oof.
You guys are putting together, just from battlefield analysis, Levithan hits like a truck.
I mean, they both do. I think we might need to run.
Okay. That is Levithan's turn. Rotak.
Vortex sputtering awake. Just, do we need to run? Out loud to everyone.
No. Joriel's out.
Yeah, with Joriel out, as you sputter that, Nizak will shout back, "If that's what you want to do, then do it." But, and then his voice will change into a little bit deeper. But I will never leave a fight. And it's very, very clear that it is not Nizak's voice in any way, shape, and or form.
Do the brothers respond to that?
We'll see.
Okay. What is it to force feed someone a potion of healing?
It is a bonus action.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's what I want.
You can do it from this square, which won't get you in well, you'd enter melee with Levithan, but you could move through Morrigan and then approach from behind Joriel to stay out of melee range.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it. My controls are weird. I'm essentially gonna go from here to there. It's the same distance, but my thing won't let me plat it that way.
Yeah.
Then I'll bonus action, give potion of healing to Joriel.
Sure.
All right.
2d4 plus 2.
You want me to roll it, or what do we do?
I got 7.
Nice. Okay.
Joriel is awake.
Hooray.
Do you lose your spiritual weapon from...
It's not a concentration spell.
Yeah. Interesting.
So
That's fun.
It's yeah. It's
So
a
I
fun
adjusted myself
time.
Down to 1 potion, and then Rotak's gonna go right back to here, using the same path,
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna decide that I guess we're staying because we're not leaving Nizak. Oh, this could be really bad. I don't know what to just hit him with. Rotak's gonna pull out the Lasher Tail and
Mm-hmm.
attempt to use that.
Okay.
It's got reach, so I can hit him from here.
Yep.
I have advantage because flanking.
Yeah, technically.
It's finesse, so I can do sneak attack.
Yep.
So just normal attack from there.
Yeah, hold on. It's broken for you. Let me fix it. There you go. Now roll it. It wasn't giving you its full bonus. I wonder if that's the case for all of your stuff. No, it's not. Okay.
I may have done that wrong. I probably did that. Do the wrong thing. Well,
Nope, that's the right.
I don't think that's enough to hit though.
Though no, it is not.
Damn it.
No. I fixed your rapier as well. You should be getting a +8 to hit with that.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah. But 19 does not hit. Was that the end of your turn?
Yeah,
All right, sorry, buddy. Nizak, your turn.
Alright. We are gonna smack old Dingus here.
Dingus.
Yep. Oh, come on!
Jesus.
Livesey,
I'm-
7 times the charm.
I'm gonna need you to roll better.
Yeah,
Thank you. 18
Oh,
misses, though.
Wait, can we use the +3 on that?
Yeah, you can.
Do it.
Livesey, you see what you did wrong there?
Pange, I will let this suit consume me, and I will attack you next. I swear to God.
Do you want to use the +3?
Right. Yes, we do want to use a +3 here.
Okay, that does hit. So go ahead and
Alright.
roll damage. 10. Do you want to add any sugar and spice to that?
So they have to do a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, yes, it does.
Yep. On a successful save, there's no effect. On a failure, they are stunned until their next turn.
Con save.
Yep. This DC of the save is 8+ their strength modifier plus any proficiency bonuses.
So your proficiency bonus is a +3. Your strength modifier is a 4, so that's 7. Plus 8 is 15. He meets.
Ah, son of a bitch!
Yeah, sorry. So he does meet the save. You want to smite him?
Yeah, dude.
Let's see here. Your Divine Smite takes up your Channel Divinity slot. Nope.
No, it's a spell slot.
Spell slots. Yeah. So you can spend... sorry. It's been a while since I've paladined. You can spend any level spell slot you want, but the higher it goes, the more d8s you get to roll.
So you figure that fire does nothing. What is...
Radiant seems to work really well, and smites are radiant.
Your Divine Smite is radiant automatically. That's on your features page.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, so we'll just do the Divine Smite. You said however many spell slots that I've got increases the level, correct?
The level of the spell slot increases the number of dice you roll. So the base is 2. If you do a second level, you get 3 plus 1 extra d8 for him being undead.
Then let's bump it up to the second level then.
Okay, so that's a 4th level, second level Divine Smite. So roll 4d8 for me.
Finish a spell. Roll, and then just add an extra 1d8 there.
No, this spell isn't the one that you're using, but we're going to leave that there because that does burn the correct spell slot. Just roll 4d8.
Okay, cool. Alright.
Yep.
That doesn't look right. Is it R/? No.
It's /R,
Yeah, there
and
it
then
is.
48, yeah. So 16 comes out to 32. So you hit him with the maul. He staggers and light burns through the gaps in his armor. He freezes up for a second in pain.
Good. That's my turn.
That's your turn. He's going to use his legendary action to throw his glaive at Morrigan. He's pulled with his other hand. He kind of like chokes up on the hammer, pulls what looks like a real sharp boomerang out, and flicks it behind him. That hits.
Oh, gee.
Dealing 4 points of damage.
That was very nice.
Nope.
Who throws a shoe, honestly?
It is now Panja's turn.
Alrighty. I am going to... What have I got here? Yeah, I'm going to go for blindness/deafness on the guy closest to me.
Oh. So, blindness, deafness on Livithan.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, so con save. He fails. He's going to use his last legendary resistance to succeed instead.
Oh, that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Making me waste my spell slots.
Mm-hmm. You've churned through all of his legendary resistances.
As intended.
As intended.
That's it.
That's it for you? Okay. Morgan, your turn.
Is Joria down?
Joriel
I'm
is
on the ground, very injured, but I'm alive.
He's
and
alive
awake.
and awake. Yep.
How bad is it?
I'm at 7 hit points, so any hit will take me down.
Alright, well then I'll try to cure wounds on you. 3rd level, because you need to get you up a little faster. Wait, hold on. Why is it not?
There it goes. 17. Big fat heals from Morgan. Big juicy heals.
I just kind of like stick kind of close, but a little precarious. I don't know what else to do here. So.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay.
I
Alright.
hit the button, sorry.
At the end of the layer round, the windows brighten up and a big beam of light rakes through the center of the room. No one's in it, so no one gets hurt. But that ends. And that cannot be the same as before. Oh, okay. And we're now snuffing the regular lights out again. Okay. It's now Dorthan's turn. Dorthan's gonna step over Joriel because he's still on the ground. And move to here. Here. To kind of face off with you, Morgan. And he's gonna go. Normally don't fight women.
Oh yeah, this is an entirely different culture from Cruanth.
Yeah, there's like remnants of like canine teeth growing in my mouth.
Just hear a chuckle from Nizak. That was a mistake.
He goes to stab you with his trident.
Okay.
He deals 12 points of pointy damage with his first attack. And hits again for 14 points of pointy damage. Okay. Alright, that is the end of Dorthan's turn. Joriel, is now your turn.
Alright, half movement, stand up. Where's that little thing? Okay, yeah, I think we kind of have to... I'm going to activate my Plains Elf Zoomies so that I don't provoke opportunity attacks.
Okay.
And then I am going to think about what Rotak was saying about the ghosts being everywhere. And sort of drawing a circle around myself. I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Nice. So, both enemy creatures,
I'm going to designate all of my allies to be unaffected by it. And so both creatures, when they get in here, they have to make a wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
DC 17, of course.
Libethan fails.
Lovely.
Dorthan succeeds.
They're both going to take... Is the dice rolling and I'm just not seeing it?
Yes, it rolled. You rolled 16?
Yes, 16 radiant damage.
Okay, so let's see. And then half as much on success, right? So Dorthan succeeded. All right. All right. Is that it for your turn?
I think the other thing that I'm going to do... sorry, no, I still can move an attack with my spiritual weapon, so I'm going to have that swing at...
Yes, that's a bonus action, I think.
Yep.
Yep. Swing at Livithan?
Yep.
I like that the Spirit Guardians hits, no matter, like, it's damaging them no matter what, every round now. And on the
Yes.
start of all of their turns.
That is the other thing. Also important to note, I gotta reload once I'm done my turn. Does that hit?
Yes, you had Dorthan targeted, but that was towards Livithan. That does hit.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
I'm still not seeing my dice, but I will reload after my turn's done.
Yep. 14 comes out to... Because he is vulnerable. Oh, yours is force, right? Yes.
So yeah, the Spirit Guardians are radiant.
But the
the weapon is force.
Okay. Yep. So you have bloodied both of them.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Then...
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Because my Plains Elf Sumis are active, they move with me. So I'm gonna move to over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Important to note, because they have taken damage by it, their movement is halved.
Hmm. What does that say? Affected creatures' speed is halved in the area when the creature enters the area for the first. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so because they're in the affected radius, yes, their speed is halved. Correct. Okay. So you're there now.
Indeed, indeed. That is the end of my turn.
End of your turn. Okay. Alright, so...
Start of his turn, he does need to make the save again.
Yeah. Something else is going to start first. He... Right. So as he's taking this damage from these ghosts that suddenly appear, taking weapons and attacking him as they do, he begins to sort of shift and change. His armor kind of breaks up a little bit more, and he gets a little larger. From his mailed fist, claws stretch out. And his feature, Kill Them First, activates. He immediately regains 10 hit points. And his strength and constitution both go up by 2. And his movement speed increases by 15. And he is now fully immune to piercing damage. And he's fully immune to non-magical physical damage.
Uh-oh.
Wait, who is?
Livetham.
Oh, God.
You got magic weapon, don't you?
I do not.
Nope.
I swear Nizak has a you have multiple magic weapons.
Not on me.
Might need to do some weapon swapping mid-combat, just saying. Yes. So that happens right now. It is his turn. He needs to make that wisdom saving throw, correct?
Yep.
He fails.
Lovely. He's taken 20 points of radiant damage.
Okay. So 40.
Indeed.
Yep. He takes his hammer, looks at Nizak, and then swings at Pange.
What?
Hits with a 32.
You don't know that. Armor class.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I said you don't know that. Have you checked my armor class?
Oh, it checks for me, but your armor class is 14, my guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we all see it, buddy. We all see the armor class.
I still have 4 extra hit points.
You do, yes.
Okay, so... How many get downs, Mr. President, do we get?
It's a reaction. You can use it only once per turn.
Okay, I'd like to use Get Down, Mr. President, and quite literally just push Pange out of the way.
Wait, can Pange just lose his tail?
Well, it doesn't prevent the damage, as I sadly discovered. It just means I can either disengage or I can play dead.
So if the next hit connects, then it's time to play dead.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do? If you'd like to use Get Down, sir, you can. Livesy, that is your choice.
It knocks you prone in a fight against melee users.
It is gonna suck.
Big gamble. Big suck if it doesn't go well.
I mean, he can tank the first hit.
He can. I can also, but it'll leave me in a very similar state.
Just let me take it.
Okay.
Okay. Pange, you get hit with this hammer so hard, it sends your mind swimming. It burns, too, when it hits you.
Ow!
And then, let me see here, real quick. Oh, yeah, you need to make a Constitution saving throw, my guy. Because this says crushing, just like your maul, Nizak.
Oh, no.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
It does not stun you. He's expecting you to be stunned, though, because you're just a little guy. So he's going to take a swing at Nizak now.
Bring it on, Chucklefuck.
It's alright. It's alright, Liv. And that happens to everybody once in a while.
He's-
So the great random years.
He's like, what? And he hits Nizak. How are you not dead? And he hits you for 21. Also make a con save for me.
This is surely gonna suck.
Your DC is... Yeah, you're good.
This guy is so fucked on his turn.
I'm gonna kill him.
8.
8 plus... Hold on. I might have done the quick math wrong. 8 plus 5, because that's the strength modifier, plus 5, 18. You do fail.
Oh, motherfucker.
Sorry. You're stunned.
Oh. It's so Jova.
It's... Rotak, it's your turn.
Well, I can't do anything against Rage Boy over there, so I'm gonna attempt to help Morrigan.
Okay.
Gotta move here to get close enough to Lasher Tail this dude. Not that I can
does
target
step
him.
here. Yes, I'll fix that for you. Hold on, sorry.
Thank you, sir.
He's not targeted. Does Joel just message me if there's something that happens to them when they leave your spirit guardians?
No, they'll start their turn in it, so they'll have to save, but otherwise, no.
Okay.
Their movement is still halved for the rest of their turn.
He's out of it then. Rotak, go ahead and make your attack.
Oh wait, the bless ended when Jorgo went down, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it did.
And I don't count as flanking.
No. $12 misses, unfortunately.
I have done so little this whole fight,
I'm so sorry, my guy. The dice have not been with you.
or most of us. All right,
That's true.
I don't think I can really do anything else.
And yet
So,
somehow
that's it then.
you guys are still in it, so... at the end of your turn, Rotak, Dorthin's going to use a legendary action to attack Morrigan. He's just going to stab her for fun.
As you do.
Nope. He says, as a follow-up to his prior comment, I am getting the hang of it, though. As he stabs you again, Morrigan. It is now Nizak's turn.
Stop.
But I'm stunned.
Yes, you are stunned. It is now the end of your turn. And you are no longer stunned.
Oh, that sucks.
Sorry, buddy. You've got a 2 on your weapon. Pange!
Alright, so how high is the ceiling? Can I reach it from the statue?
No, it is a 15-foot ceiling.
Okay.
Actually, you could reach it from the statue. Want to sticky toes on top of it?
Yeah, I want to jump up to the ceiling.
Okay.
Um,
He goes, what the
and-
fuck?
That's right, bitch. And then I cast blindness deafness on him again.
Okay. So this is a con save, right?
Yep.
I believe so.
Okay. Yes. DC 16 con save. He
Oh, that's
he passes.
I can see how. Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
He goes, fuck you!
Over and
Fuck you! Alright, end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, at the end of your turn, he's gonna pull back that weapon on his arm and shoot just you. Just you, buddy. You need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Alright, let's see here. I got a pretty good dex, I seem to recall.
This is just AoE City.
Does that say it costs 2 legendary actions?
That's right.
Oh, that's a 1.
Ooh. Yeah,
Uh-oh.
you catch the full force of this thing right in the face. You are just
And how much damage?
14, so you're down to 5 hit points. What are you concentrating
Yeah.
on?
The damping lights.
Oh, make a concentration check for me. It's a
What do
DC.
I...
There's a button that just got I almost said emailed, posted to you in the chat. Just click on the button that says DC 10 concentration. That's for your concentration check. Just you can click on that and that'll do it for you. Oh my god, you're not 20, that bad boy. You're good.
Oh my god.
You're covered in spikes now, and you're still concentrating on those lights.
I drop my tail and plummet on top of the statue and lay there like I'm dead.
Okay. I think the Autatame gives you a performance check. No, yes, it's a performance check. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta make a performance check. You gotta beat You got to beat an 11.
Come on.
It's not a high DC.
Come on. I need at least a 13.
Oh my god, is that...
Would not be it.
He says, I can see you breathing still.
It's your perception, not your performance.
That's your perception. Yeah, you need to make a performance check. That's perception.
Oh.
Yeah, you're...
This is better.
Yeah, it is. Oh, you're great. You're fine. He doesn't say that. He kind of just like, kind of sad. He turns to look at you, Isaac. Morgan, it is your turn now.
I'm getting a little annoyed about being stabbed
Mm-hmm.
so violently and against my consent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking around. Everyone looks gray. Does that mean they're down?
No, if everything's in gray because of your dark vision.
Oh, interesting.
Monochrome, yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's very close to being down.
Well, hold on. I thought I would have the Frosty Spear light on me, but...
Oh,
about that
yes.
again?
Sorry, I haven't turned that on.
It's okay.
I will turn that on. Apologies. I'm a good dungeon master, I swear.
Absolutely.
20 feet of bright light and 20 feet of dim. Jesus Christ, it's a fucking lighthouse.
Okay, so you want more lights? Okay, I'm gonna activate a wild shape form, but since I'm a Druid of the Stars, I basically start like glowing too, but there's constellations forming on my skin all over.
Neat.
And I'm choosing the Chalice
Okay.
form, which when I cast a spell using a spell slot that restores hit points, you or another creature within 30 feet regain hit points equal to 1d8 plus my wisdom's modifier.
So you double up on healing.
Yes. So I have a question. If I want to use Aura Vitality,
Mm-hmm.
so if I use it, I can instantly use my bonus action to heal a creature.
Yes.
Yep.
Would my chalice work with that?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna be healing. Who looks worse? Nizak? Or probably myself. I'm
looks
gonna use
fucking
myself.
Pange
Yeah,
looks like he's dead.
I'm doing it on myself. I'm sorry, but I am.
Okay. So, Aura of Vitality, you give one creature in the aura, including you, 2d6. So that's your spell.
Is it even? Alright, hold on.
You give yourself 2d6. Here you're giving the 1d8 plus 4 to. You can also give it to yourself if you want.
Depends how good this roll's gonna be. Sorry, myself.
I
I need to be alive to heal, so.
see.
It was sorry. 1d8 plus my modifier, which is.
Let's see. Your spell casting.
My wisdom modifier is +3, so.
Yep.
1d8 plus 3.
For another 10. Nice. Okay.
What's this guy doing again?
Well, he looks like he's about to use that arm weapon again that shoots all those darts. But he's got a he's got a trident and a shield.
Yeah, I use my action and bonus action. There's literally nothing I can do, and then running away, which would trigger his attack of opportunity. So no, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. He's going to pull out that arm-based weapon and shoot everybody as his
come on.
legendary action. Yep. He's gonna just get the 3 of you because he's also fairly sure Pange is dead. They do not have very high insights. So, the three of you, Nizak, Joriel, and Morgan, please make dexterity saving throws.
God
I'm
damn
gonna
it!
call my manager.
You're calling your manager? Joriel succeeds. Nizak fails.
Of course, and it's
Mor-
a higher roll too.
Morgan fails. Okay. So, let's see here. According to this, Joriel succeeds. So, he gets half.
Ow.
And,
Oh crap.
Nizak, are you resistant to piercing? You are. Look at that. You only take
Oh,
8.
yay. Oh, thank God.
Morgan, you survived because of all the healing you did to yourself.
Yeah, exactly my point.
The three of you, please make concentration checks. Thank you. You've been lovely.
Now I have to
Make what
concentrate. Oh my
checks?
God.
Concentration checks, because you're concentrating on something. You're concentrating on aura of vitality, Morgan. You're concentrating on...
I'm fine.
No, you're not. You're not concentrating on anything, Isaac. That's not a thing for you right now.
Yeah, I was like, huh? I have ADHD.
Let's see, Joriel, you lose what you were doing.
Spirits, alas.
Yes. Right before Dorthan's turn, too.
Actually, do we have any other pluses?
Let me see. Let me check. There was a second +3 that was...
I think it is very worth it to keep it up if everyone else is okay with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
I will
That-
use it.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That will allow that then. Yes, there were 2 +3s, I believe. Okay.
All right.
Let's see. Yes. Okay. So that brings us to the lair, which the lights went off for the last round, so we can't have that again. They'll come back on. Somebody should call the electrician. That's the same thing as before.
Can we pay the electricity bill?
Ah, flame jets. Great. Okay. So same deal as before. At the end of the lair round, these will do a thing. Okay. And the lights come back on.
Right.
Am I safe given I'm on top of the statue?
Probably.
Damn it, sucks.
He needs to make this wisdom saving throw, right?
Yep.
Okay. At the start of his turn, he gets 10 hit points back. He also goes through the same shit the other guy did. So
Yep.
Yep.
Fun.
He becomes immune to piercing and non-magical physical. And his constitution goes up by 2, his strength goes up by 2, blah blah blah. He also hulks out. Claws, the whole shebang. So... Okay. And I'm going to roll this thing in a second here. Just gotta change his stuff. Bludgeoning. There we go. Okay. Yep. Yep. Okay.
Wisdom save, please.
Wisdom save. Saving throw. Let's see here. He is now out of legendary resistances.
So he's just used it. Okay.
He just used his last one.
So he's taking 13 halved, doubled. So 13.
Yep. It is his turn. He's going to move to here.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to first attack Morrigan. Hits with a 21.
What the
Morgan goes down.
Yeah, they can't really miss
He
us.
rolled an
It's-
8. That's.
He's now going to move here. He's going to attack Joriel.
He is out of movement.
Yep. And he is outside the AoE. He hits Joriel, dealing 15. You still up?
Out of 1. Yep.
By the skin of your teeth. Alright, that is the end of his turn.
I maintain concentration.
It's your turn.
Alright, okay. Time for some absolute fucking chicanery. We're fucking activating Plains Elf Zoomies. No opportunity attacks. My movement speed is fucking... And we're gonna immediately consume it so that my movement speed is 75.
Oh my god.
Um,
Why did I give you people this? No, continue.
can I make this work? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, if I move my template with me, he's out of it. They're both out of it. So that was 20 feet.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to run back in on them to
Yep.
here.
Okay. To trigger it again.
Yes.
Yes.
So wisdom saves from both of them.
Yep. Wisdom saving throw. Uh, 4, he's gonna fail.
From yeah, Lipton and okay.
Maldorthin succeeds, I think.
Okay. So, because I consume my Plains Elf Zoomies, this is doing an extra D8. So they're both
Wait, what?
so 27. Doubled for Livithan, and just 27 for Dorthan.
Wait. 45, your dash is 100, rather than 90, you may stay longer. So where's the... Why is it giving you an extra D8?
Oops, sorry. Because when I consume Zephyr Strike, it gives me the next...
Oh, that's what you mean by consume Plains Elf Zoomies. Sorry.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So Zephyr Strike is what you were doing. So
Yes.
spend the spell for me.
Right, sorry.
Thank you.
Uh,
That's why I was confused.
I have used 2 of them.
So, Livithan failed, right?
Yep.
So 27 doubled. Okay. So that's 54 from him. And then he succeeded, so that's 27. Let's see here. We have hit 0 for Livithan.
Huzzah.
DC of which is equal to 110. Okay. He needs to make a Constitution saving throw. 24. He needed 27 to succeed.
Fuck yeah.
He is dead. He burns up from the radiant attacks from the Spirit Guardians. Okay.
Alright, action, or bonus action, fucking
Bonk.
bonk.
Okay.
We bonk. Hell yeah.
Oh my god, he crits. In this very moment, when everything looks bad, Joriel crits.
Wait, okay, that's too much. What the hell is happening there?
Okay, so it's gonna, that is
It's-
too much. What the fuck?
Something's wrong with the formula. What is?
It is
I don't
not too much. But
It's
Yeah, I'll take it. I'm good with that.
It's 2d8.
That's what Foundry says.
It's 2d8 plus 5, so 621 plus just a normal roll. So 21 plus.
Yeah, that's...
What has happened to my? What?
Okay, well, hold on. Let me do the thing, right? So it's
Yeah.
16 because it maxes your dice already,
Yep.
plus a max bonus of 10, a doubled bonus of 10. So the base is 26.
Okay.
Plus, again, the 2d8, which you rolled, was 11.
Mm-hmm.
Should come out to 37.
Okay.
Right? Plus your... Nope, that's it. So
Okay.
it should be 37.
37.
Force damage.
Indeed.
Okay. So Dorthin is now out of hit points. He needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, good save, Joriel.
He got a 22. 14 is what he needs. He is still alive.
Well, fuck.
Damn it.
What is happening?
That is the end of your turn, right?
Yes.
Which would take us to Livithan. At the end of your turn, Dorthin is going to use a legendary action to attack you.
That is fair. I will go down.
It's like, no more of that. He hits. And he takes you out.
Yep. Now I will try and figure out what the hell happened to my spiritual weapon.
No idea. It probably has like some punctuation inside of it that made it recursive or something. So, it is now Rotek's turn.
Okay. These things, legendary bosses still have regular reactions to take too, right?
Correct. But
Dorthin hasn't taken his, correct?
yes, but it needs to be triggered. Reactions all need triggers.
No, I just want to make sure. God, I'm debating how to attempt this. I can't hurt him because I don't have a magical weapon of any kind.
Right.
Actually, did his brother drop his hammer?
Yes. Because he's dead. And his glaive. I'm not sure if the glaive is magical, though. It is not. But yes,
I'm grabbing big bonk hammer.
You're grabbing big bonk hammer? Okay. It is...
I use slithering advance to double my speed.
Mm-hmm.
And also it also give me advantage. And God, I'm gonna need it because his AC is like 22 or some shit.
Okay. You pick up the hammer. It is... You're not proficient with it because it's a martial melee. Okay. So your hit is +4.
So, for the record, I don't have a magical weapon either, but I am also proficient in martial weapons. No. Just gonna put that information out there.
Fuck yeah, that hammer would be better for you then, huh?
Mm. Well, actually, hang on. So before we go into this, so if I try and pick up the weapon, is that going to provoke an attack of opportunity?
From Dorthin. Dorthin's turning to face you guys. You would need to... It's an object interaction, so it's free. You can pick it up off the ground without eliciting an attack of opportunity. So yes.
So the glaive though, that's non-magical?
Correct. It is a throwing weapon. It is it's like a boomerang.
I'm trying to think what I can do here that would help in any modicum of a way.
There is Morrigan's frost tear on the ground.
Use the frost here.
Oh.
Use it.
Yeah, all right. I mean, I can't use any of these weapons very well, so why not?
Right.
Throw it.
We can throw it.
It's a heavy
I mean-
spear. It can't be thrown like that.
I mean, if you're strong enough, couldn't you?
Well, yeah, you could yeet
Well,
it.
what I'm gonna try is I'll grab this spear.
Mhm.
I will. I mean, I can just get close to him because I'm leaving his range. I'm circling to here
Okay.
with slithering advance, and then I have double advantage or whatever, and I'm going to attempt to stab him with the spear.
Okay. You have a... Yeah. Oh. So go ahead and make your attack with the spear.
All right, so it'll be just +4.
Let's see, you're not proficient with it. It is a strength weapon, so it is +2.
Oh, love that.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that means
You have to
I
crit.
have to roll a 20.
You have to crit to hit him. Yep.
An advantage doesn't stack, so I just get a single advantage
Yep.
thing.
You still just get one advantage roll.
All right, I'm just gonna roll it under my sword because I don't have the spear on me, and it's
It's-
what I roll advantage.
it's in
Oh,
there.
you did it.
I put
Oh,
it in
you
there.
did.
Yeah.
Why does it say Ray of Frost?
Oh, because it gives you Ray of Frost as well.
I'm gonna need that back.
Wait, no. Attacking with Frost Tier is useless. The dude's immune to ice.
Not all the damage is ice.
Oh,
It's
alright,
2d10 piercing, 2d6 cold.
let's see if I crit. How lucky would that be?
You do not. You miss. He is very distracted by you now. Because you just tried to kill him. It is now Nizak's turn.
Okay. All right. So I want to pick up his brother's hammer.
Wait, why can't I bonus action disengage and then
Oh.
back away?
Yes, you can do that, yes.
Oh.
Because I'm assuming, because I know that I have some movement speed left still.
Yeah.
So I'll bonus action disengage, and with my slithering advance, I'm gonna
Back up.
45. Yeah, I'm back in the. That's the trap spot. I don't want trap spot.
Right.
All right, yeah, there.
Okay. So that brings us to Nizak. Nizak,
Yep.
you reach over, you pick up his brother's hammer. You are proficient with this weapon type, because it is a maul.
Yep.
So you do get
I'm realizing I should have just stayed there so you could have had advantage, damn it.
+9 to hit.
All
So
right.
go ahead and use the weapon.
Before we continue on,
Mhm.
my second level I've got Moonbeam. In there it says several seeds of any moon seed planted in a piece of obstinate feldspar. Those are the items that I need to have on me to perform the spell, correct?
No.
Not
Sorry.
technically. Because you are a divine caster, you can use your holy relic, the one that you carry with you, as the material for the spell. So you don't necessarily need that sort of thing. You have a holy symbol, you can just cast the spell with the holy symbol. The only reason why you would need materials if it has a cost that is consumed. So keep an eye out for that.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Well then, wellity. Bing bong, fuck your life. I'm gonna use the Moonbeam.
Okay.
So
Question for you: if you did the moonbeam, wouldn't that take it? Wouldn't you not be able to attack him then?
Yeah, but it's guaranteed damage versus risking missing.
yep, and this does 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save. Or half as much on a successful one. I think it's going to do more damage anyway, and it's a concentration spell, so
It'll
it's not a
trigger at the
one-off.
beginning of his turn, again, like Spirit Guardians.
Fair enough.
So we're going to do that, and then if all else fails, the maul is what we'll use to bonk. So, second level spell, cast the spell.
Yep. He makes Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
He succeeds with a 15.
Okay, so place the measure template.
It just goes on top. Just,
Yeah.
Yep, right there.
Yep, like that. And then damage, so whatever that is, he takes half, and it is radiant damage.
Yep, so he's going to take half. Oop. I said take half. Apply. Okay. He takes half, which is 15, which takes him back to 0. He'll go and make his con save. He rolls a 15. He needed to roll a 10. He saves. He is still alive.
Yeah, so he only takes 7?
No,
7.5? Oh.
no. So he dies and then doesn't die.
Oh, right. Yep, I'm with you now. Yep, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It got easier for him to save.
So
it scales with
that-
the amount of damage taken.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yep.
Yep.
So bigger hit. That's why Livithan went down right away, because he needed half of what he took. And
Yep.
he took 54 or something, so half of that would have been 27. He rolled 24, so he couldn't save. He dies.
Okay.
So he needed a 7. He got a 15. He lives. So.
With that, so that is a action. Do I only get 2 attacks when I just choose to flat out attack with a melee weapon, or do I
Correct.
get 1 more attack?
So
Okay,
your
alright.
attacks are 1 action, so all of your attacks are 1 action, or your spell is the 1 action.
Cool. All right. I guess that is my turn, unless I could do anything with a bonus action.
Psst, you're standing in the AoE.
Should have faith.
You are in the trap zone.
I am indeed in the trap zone.
And if you move, it's a reaction, so.
It is, and either way, I get fucking hurt.
Can you move around him to a safe spot?
You could. You could move to
Oh, yeah,
here,
move
and then,
next to Joriel.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can move next to Joriel.
Alright, yeah.
That'd be safe.
Okay, so if I move
Right there.
there, did you say?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And then that'll be the end of my turn.
Mm-hmm. Pange, it is now your turn.
All right, let me see if I've got all this right. I stand up from prone. I pop up from prone.
Yep.
That takes half my movement. I have 15 feet left.
Yep.
I move over by Morgan. That's 10 feet of my movement.
Mm-hmm.
I use a bonus action to feed her a healing potion.
Yep.
And then I look at this fucker with murder in my eyes and yell, "You don't hurt Wolf Mama!" and thunder wave him.
Oh boy.
Only I do. Ha, ha, ha.
Okay. Morgan, you roll the 2d4 plus 2. And then I'll just grab this guy and put him right here. Yeah.
2D what?
2d4 plus 2. So you get back 7 hit points. So you're awake.
I have bedhead.
And this guy makes a con save. Oh, that was almost a 1.
Yeah, he's good.
He succeeds.
Motherfucker.
So he takes,
Of course, he takes half damage and isn't pushed.
right, he takes half damage and isn't pushed. Okay, roll 2d8.
He still gets hurt, though, thankfully.
Yep. Oh my god, 11. That kills him again.
Thunder wave.
Stay down,
Very
motherfucker.
big.
What does he heal back up to?
It takes.
Oh, for fuck's
It
sake.
gives him 10 hit points back every time. So the most he can have it now is 10. So he's
Without another big radiant hit, I don't know if we can actually kill him because we're not doing enough damage to even go over his Constitution save modifier.
We need a paladin smite.
I want to moonbeam him. Let me blast him.
I mean, 2 moonbeams is not a bad idea.
I got
Yeah.
moonbeam. Let me blast him.
Pange, you do have 5 feet left. Do you want to scoot back to this square so you don't get destroyed by the trap?
Can I?
Well, I don't necessarily want to leave Morgan laying there.
She's
She can move this turn.
She can
right?
move this turn, yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to move back.
Okay. Morgan, it is now your turn.
I'm basically shuffling with bedhead across the floor, trying to flat.
There's just like your bedhead. There's a pool of blood behind you as you
I
crawl.
feel what do health potions taste like? Do they taste good or do they taste nasty? Because you
Uh,
just like
I'll
shoved it.
flip a coin. We'll see if this one tastes good or nasty.
No, don't.
Yeah, no.
What coin? What coin?
It tastes nasty. This one tastes real bad. Reminds you
Oh,
of
come
old
on.
socks.
Stop it. No.
Sorry.
I will bring you my tail.
I'm
to help you
practically
drag the
gagging while I erect another moonbeam right on top
You're a
of him.
picture of beauty and elegance.
Beauty and grace.
I survive, okay? Thank you very much.
That's right. All right, what are you doing for your action? You crawl you've crawled 10 feet. What are you doing for your action?
I can't wild shape and moonbeam at the same time, can I?
A lot of shape's generally a bonus action, and casting a spell is usually an action.
So can I transform into what was it? I think it's called the dragon.
Dragon
Not
form?
Archer.
Yeah, the dragon starry form, and then put moonbeam right on top of him.
When you make a wisdom check or a constitution saving throw to maintain a concentration on the spell. Oh, it's so you can keep the spell up so you guys have double moonbeams on him.
Yeah.
That's
Isn't that how
so-
it works? Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you could do Archer.
Yeah, but Archer could miss. Moonbeam is guaranteed.
Yeah, moonbeam's guaranteed.
We need guarantee. We can't.
Yeah,
This is the guy with the shield, AC 22. We're not hitting him reliably.
right.
Right. What triggers a Constitution save for concentration?
She has to take damage.
How much HP do you have?
She got 7, so if she takes damage,
7.
she's going down anyway. It won't matter. But
I'm fine. Just
yeah.
to kill him. God damn it.
But it's the guaranteed damage is I get it. So you cast your moonbeam. He's got to roll his save. His bonus is +10, so he's got to roll a 23. He
I'm practically
succeeds.
keeling over and like.
Plus, when it's his turn again, it'll be 2 things of moonbeam. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
Shoot
you get it either way. I was just
her.
thinking Archer because it's another radiant damage source.
Yeah. Roll your 2d10 for me.
Moonbeam is radiant, but yeah,
you could
what?
do both.
I could do both. I would have to shapeshift again into Archer to do that.
I mean, I'm saying Dragon doesn't help you in any way.
Fine. Can I change my option to Archer and use my bonus action? 'Cause
Sure.
regardless, I'm using my bonus action, right?
Yes.
To use. So I wouldn't be able to in the same turn.
We can
Right?
we can walk back the dragon, and you can use Archer instead. Cast.
Part of the activation of Archer is you get to make an attack.
Right. So you can make the attack this turn, and then you can cast your moonbeam.
Okay.
So roll the 2d10 for me for the moonbeam.
Is there a modifier?
No, it's just flat 2d10. Okay, so 4. And then your attack for the archer is a d20 plus 3 plus 3, so d20 plus 6. And that's going to miss. Okay. It is now the lair's turn. Fire comes out from the statues. Pans, you would have been fine, but you chose a heroic thing and moved Wolf Mama. No one is going to get hurt by this trap, and you are all safe. We're now going to roll the die for the lair. Roll. And that is the same thing as before. It's Flame Jet. That is lights out. So.
damn it! The wiring in this place sucks.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And that is the end of the Lair's turn. It is now Livithan's turn. He is going to turn to you, Nizak.
He's gonna take a bunch of damage, is what he's gonna do.
Yeah, he's going to take a bunch of damage immediately. This is Dorthan, not Livithan. Sorry. My bad. Con saves, right? 2 of them.
2. Could it be argued that because he is taking these simultaneously, the damage is added to each other?
Yeah. But then he'd only be making 1 save. So he succeeds both. Go ahead and roll 2d10, both of you, Morgan and Nizak.
Show me potato salad. That is
11 and 15. So that's 26 total. Nope. Yes. Hold on. That's 22 plus... Right, he should have taken 4 more before. That was my bad. So 11 and 15, that's 30 and 22. So that's 52. All right. So with 52, he needs to roll a 26, which he can make. He has to roll a 16 or higher to succeed and live. If he fails, he dies.
come on, you moron, just die already.
He dies.
Oh god, it went over on my screen. It went over the 17 right before
Yep.
that.
Same. I was like, God damn it.
Oh,
You have defeated the brothers Tekarov.
And this is where I just, as he's dying, just like, this is my first time killing your kind,
He
and then walk away.
he and,
don't walk too far. Slap me with some healing, please.
and some
Step over Jorah's body and keep going. No.
the moonbeams
Leon.
smite him. He burns up in radiant flame.
Well,
let me
goodbye, Nizak. It was fun.
lay on hands.
I mean, I think we're resting after this, so I just need 1.
Just one?
Hey, CJ.
Yeah.
I'm going to
I
stop
accidentally deleted
concentrating
my potion. I should have had
on
one.
Moonbeam.
Okay.
No Moonbeam. No.
And then roll.
Delete all these AoEs now.
Oh no, it's you.
Hey.
Just you have we're level 5. You have 25 points. You can give me however many you want. There's no rolling.
Oh, okay, yeah, well, I just gave you 8 anyway.
Okay, cool.
Make sure I didn't delete a player by accident. Good. Okay.
Did I have my spirit back? Thank you.
That is exactly what is happening.
Thank you.
The great Panjandrum would like
I'm
a nap.
encumbered.
Rotak returns the frost tier.
I'm gonna give myself 10, because...
Help, I'm encumbered.
Oh yes.
Help, I'm in cucumber.
I see that.
And then I'm gonna prayer of healing as well. So everybody gets 12.
You're privately rolling your dice, Lee.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna take my rightful place on the throne.
Okay. So you've defeated them. Let's see here. This is a fuckload of XP.
It should be!
Why did I make them that strong?
Hey, because we didn't actually fight the king, so you had to add all of the malice into this one.
Oh yes, that is actually what happened. So that was the thing that triggered to make them harder. You didn't actually fight Dumas, so they went up several levels.
Oh my
Of course they
god,
did.
no way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's the wrong group of people. They don't deserve these experience points. You guys do.
Just
Oh
come back. Why are
my.
we 13 levels higher? What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
13? Holy shit. Why are we level 20, bro?
Gotta get there at some point.
This is not enough to level you, but it's going to feel real nice. It's 4,600 experience points for each of you. Already been added to your sheets.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Joriel sits up. Everybody is going fucking armor shopping. Because this is some bullshit.
he looks at my armor, sitting down. I think I'm fine.
You're excused. Everybody else, to the fucking armor store.
Can we loot the bodies?
Oh.
Does that mean you're the sugar daddy? Who's paying
No.
for this?
We don't have a lot of money, but
I figured.
We got loot. We can sell loot.
yes.
Loot.
If you'd like to loot the bodies, you may.
Yes.
We're definitely looting bodies.
Okay.
Okay,
actually,
have
I
fun,
would like
Rotac.
to know, like, what kind of armor and shields do they got?
Yes, so let me go ahead and go through that real quick because, it's Saturday, also Livesey's Sunday morning, but, it's Monday. It's Sunday morning. The shield is a normal shield. The armor is plate mail forged with some kind of infernal or other metals. So the one that Livithan was wearing is Shaft Stop Hellforge plate, so it reduces piercing damage by 5 and it grants immunity to fire. The Deflecting Coxitus plate is also reduces piercing damage by 5 and it grants immunity to ice.
Sorry, is it heavy armor or medium?
They are both plate armors. They are heavy.
Okay, plate armors.
Yes.
Well, can't use that shit.
Yep.
I'm gonna take a nap on the floor.
And their weapons are, of course, the Flameburst Godhammer and the Coldbreak Trident. So you can also, they've got a bunch of other weapons on their equipment. So there's retractable arm blade that neither of them used. That is in one of their arms, perhaps a weapon that they have just in case they get disarmed. And then there's those fletchet throwers, those auto crossbow type things that are built into the gauntlet.
Rotac, you could probably make use of that.
Oh yeah, the arm blades and the fleshlet launchers. I very much sound like the sound of.
Is it feasible to take a set of plate mail and
cut it down?
Maneuver it into half plate?
Yeah, you could cut it down and remove it into half plate. Once it's no longer fully intact, though, there's going to be losses, right? How strong the enchantment is will get reduced, and then the full configuration of the armor. They're receiving a -5 to piercing damage. You're going to lose defense off of that, too. So it'll be, depending on how much it gets cut down, there's going to be a commensurate drop in those protections.
I suppose I would. I mean, I don't know. I don't think anybody except for Nizak can wear heavy armor. So I was planning, if everyone's all right, for me to take this back to Belkarog and work with him on making something out of it, making something that hopefully at least one of us or more of us can use.
Yeah, I can only use light armor, so.
All right,
Yeah.
I will start dragging both sets.
Okay, I'm going to just dump them into your inventory.
Cool.
I will take one arm blade and one fleshlet launcher,
Okay.
and yeah,
It is so heavy. Joriel.
Yeah, it's very heavy.
It is so heavy, Joriel. I will go ahead and put that in the list of things to build out a weapon for you. Because they're just features for them, but they are weapons you can scrap. So I will put that on my list of things to build out for you, Rotac.
but I will take the trident to carry it and potentially sell it or something.
Okay. I'm gonna grab that. Dorthan had the trident, so I'll put that in your inventory. Okay.
And then I'm gonna roll survival to see what other fun little loot I might find in this room
Okay.
as I
If
scavenge.
nobody else,
What'd you say, Brian?
If nobody else is taking, I'm definitely taking the other flechette launcher.
Okay, yeah. I'll take 2 of those. All right. So you find. Let's see here. What you got? Okay. You find this book. Okay. All right, everybody. We're gonna pick up here next session. So we're gonna go ahead and call it here because we're a bit over time, and I want everybody to be able to get some sleep and others to go about their days. So thank you all for joining us for this evening. I want to thank everybody and hope everybody has a good night. See you later.
Thank y'all. See ya.
Bye.